من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Yo, Emrason, and April Busumenda etoso eduasa. Emre aso se yedi midfield action no ebro. Baby awobia. Kessben television, Kessben 3.3, Kessben 2.9, Accra, Nafe Muamoje live. Ewo DSTV, channel 364, Go TV, channel 121. Kessben TV Plus, Ninano Efa Programming Live. Any social media handles na hold one Ninano, Ominano Efa no pay Programming Live. Emrason, ya church obia mobiachi. Emamunina kwaba, Edi Eba Midfield Action Program yi eso. Munim se donko na yebepeja yemu. Enenso no packed ye papa. Tony Montana trans yenko no wonehwe de Wabwa no de every 05515999933 05515999933 no any WhatsApp line with me the messages no afaso Abraham Sanso and 0244 263902 0244 263 and also a video line with me the messages no afaso Abraham WhatsApp videos Fabrain. And then come up here, Enra there in a course, so Emirates, Madrid Masters. And I'm not said, would type PSG, and now, me Musa, but Enra minim say.
May we see you the best of luck.
Yes.
Me bomba mama said you moye biano.
Uncle ye Madrid Masters, Arsenal. And sign a coy. Tony, the details in Ebebre, the course or the Ebebre, National Barcelona, and so I welcome Inter Milan, and also Hunsen P. Tony, Eddie Bebre, of course, or the other stories back home are braying. And Sana, Yaba Africa, Behe, Koso, and so a memu kakra, and that Yane. Ghana Football Association President Sebibia ame bomwa last winter yane FA President Ebedi Enkomo Wafu Zone B President Sanso and a CAF Second Vice President Mr. Ket Edwin Simon Okreku Ebedi Nkomo ewo studio ha entimpacho so wasembia beso busana Fabaka de no na yemusa FA President and so emfa emma. Of course, your other local sources are quite Mickey de Bebra, especially Kumasa Sante Kotokone Heart of Full game. I bebaso Nyamiya Duma, Kwesiada Ewo Accra Sports Stadium, and a few many others. Yamamunina Kwaba Eba Midfield Action Program eso. Yes. Tony.
Godfather. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Mena memoa. Obi bo asenya de amejo.
Asemna we wi ne.
Asemna no. Yes. A day. But anyway, mind you, anyway.
Of course.
Second leg
you life.
Yes.
Time ngui.
Yes.
That's your life.
Bibia bitmesi. This is football. Mientiwe.
But that's CP award winner. Yema etiefo ene ahefo kwaba emerna son tell a friend to tell a friend say Midfield Action airborne. Ye too far near sama ACC on call for a close. Ye be chance ye at the free enron our Emirates UEFA Champions League semi-final 1 first leg game at Ebaso Eman Arsenal edincho ofie PSG Koshamo Kabakwa omo entimi ante as early as the 3rd minute na and Usman Dembele enyasa decisive goal no sa goal no and ohe e Kessben television so into ono and build up no or chance here at the ball no e kobon kuma faso and then we stay behind creature Quadrivascalia setting up and then paying na ball no at the net and about 7 the live commentary ebeba semi-final 2 first leg Barcelona ene Inter Milan omo enso Asia na enra game no air question ye hu say PSG na omo appeal for a penalty creature Quadrivascalia dodoɔ no agye pa sɛ Julian Timber ɛso ne mu kyekyere no ɛde no to form nanso referee no na ogyina hɔ apɛ enti incident wei wangye penalty ɛno na ɛhwehwɛ nkɔfoɔ so ama pandit retired referees and after current referees ni pii na de ɔmo adwene ɛnso ɛba former Premier League referee McClattenburg yɛbisa ne sɛ ball wei a wohwɛ referee angye penalty na wohu ne sɛ na ɔsɛ ɔne referee no ɛyɛ adwene pa ball no na ɛnyɛ penalty because attacker no one fall naturally one tiahwe naturally as a washeda na ojan hoto form enye during timba na ne nsa no do se or the chichire no na so nya ne nsa na ma plan no to form ono agasa mu na ejan hoto form eno nti na center referee no wanje no eye former Premier League referee McClattenburg nsema or the etu dwa na Christina enso eye former referee say oye pandit to bia na wakọ major shows no so CBS Sports Goal Show any others so nyina no otimi appeal so on the UEFA na edijuma Christiana church mu dientia referee ni enra sa penalty call no we ignore ye momienti nsama or the tuja
UEFA Championship final referee. If he had determined great angle, great line, great sight, you see him in the replays, he's looking at it, he's feeling it. If he himself had determined it was a penalty, VAR would not have intervened. So the decision and what we call the referee's call should stand in this play. And because of the reasons that we're taking a look at in that contact, yes, there's an arm. Yes, it goes around kind of that midsection. But when you slow it down and play, it looks more of a barrier and more of a resistance than when you put it in real life play and you see how much impact there truly is on that play. So the referee's decision is going to stand either way from a VAR perspective, but the preferred decision is no penalty. UEFA Championship final referee, if you determine
UEFA Champions League last year on the finals ninti or your top referee sanka oje penalty no doubt name baby no gina no right at the spot baby incident ni see ya hwa na no referee gina heninti na wanye penalty ohu bibia clear enti four no na ene natural ne sana during team ade cheche Vascalia no na impact bia enim ne ma creature ejan ho ede eto from wey eni nchechemu a Christiana ede amane David Roya enra Arsenal goalkeeper no oda goal de nenso consider one o se return leg no still no tie no adwuma wo ho a o betimi akwakoye nti qualification still enye over David Roya Arsenal number 1 no wa show bia say Arsenal e doable so betimi qualify.
Well, they started very quick with a goal, and I thought they dominated the first 15-20 minutes, but after that I thought we dominated most of the game. We created the chances. Donnarumma made some brilliant saves, and it's only half time. We take a lot of positives from this. We know they are a top team, but credit to the players.
The first 20 minutes no nko and PSG dominated the rest. 70 plus minutes no na Arsenal for nko. And so I'm taking inspiration said tie no way a first leg, a first half of the game. Return leg no next week omoko Paris na next week omakwakoye adwuma ni nyina eno Donnarumma say Spain keep PSG e game ni ma omo winning by a goal to nothing. Martin Odegaard, Arsenal captain, and some for Bonechi pass position awareness. Baby also Ginano now we're free ho and then Arsenal for intimi and winning games are almost epe. Martin Odegaard captain also adding some to just say I'm a disappointed say no or maybe name of return leg go honoma all to play for be bienwa as a cry.
Yeah, disappointed. I think with the result, we wanted to win here today and get off to a better start, but yeah, at the same time we have to be convinced still that we can turn around, and yeah, we have to take the lessons from today, learn from this game, analyze it, and make sure we bounce back in the second leg. I think that's the feeling in the squad now.
Your manager said
Odegaard, captain Emma the Gunners, Anna Yatin and Kana Ashraf Hakimi. PSG, I'm playing and call for cancer Enra. No senka onye 2 yellow cards, so only one and a referee no Edemano. Ashraf Hakimi said previously no team no now dominated by stars. Now stars no ho Messi Abaho, Neymar, na Fei, Mbappe. Say no, omoni star biao a team. Collectively, and omobo a man boa pa players no be a track back, be a defender, be so attack in unit, in block, and a PSG, a Jimana Ashraf Hakimi Kasai.
That they play, also they play that they don't play. We are all together, we run for each other, and we are like a family. Before it was like different, of course, and we have big star, big names, but it was a different thing. And I think the coach he do amazing job with that since he come, and he do amazing job in create a really good team, and like also to show how we play in defense in attack. Yes,
Luis
like
Enrique
the coach
created an incredible team. Omo nyina ho bia fight for no. Omo defend na omo sanso attack abum ko anim kakra na omo nyina nso abachinti coach no say no akwakoye stars no twani nyina nso players ne de omo ball in units unlike previously na big names nkwana na PSG omo team ni mu John Neves enro no so ye adwuma papa san koda mienu na mfimfin ho no ono ene Vitinha ball pa na John Neves nso kasa say omo wie first leg enra na omo be so omo be wi no omo wi na awie na mum no complacency return leg adwuma kese pa na edomo so.
It was a very good game. We know that it's not the end. We know it left one game. We already as in the same position like Arsenal today against Liverpool. So we are ready for fight to one game.
It's a third. Omo you ready some be fight till say return leg no over until ne a week and Arsenal be Paris na omo ni PSG enso akwakobo na Dembele na ko share goal no enra ono so prior ne mum Dembele ya tiju say a slight knock e prano enya hu bia obetimi abo and week return leg na eno enso e ba season wey wa ye adwuma pa na ohwe matches awabo na 45 games wa share 33 goals aye 10 assists into our 43 goal contribution in 45 matches this season. Simply Dembele unstoppable. Thierry Henry and Dembele about so passing the Chromon in a Jumalie season way will ye be papa.
Say it again.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they are, and we all been saying that in France for a very long time. Is if Ousmane can finish what he starts, he will be one, if not the best player in the world, and that's what he's doing only now. Which already.
So sorry for interrupting. Does that mean we are watching the best player in the world right now?
It could be.
Love a headline, don't you?
No, that's not what I said. I said it could be. So that was in the past. I'm saying if he does that on a daily basis, I think he can definitely be there. But this year, when you look at what he's been doing since 2025, he's on top and he's on a run to win the treble.
Thierry added to ja efa Dembele who assess in the form no e was so ye papa na Clarence Seedorf enra na ono so ye pandit Seedorf a retired footballer or say winning some matches one thing, winning the Champions League and so another thing. Now ono Arsenal fan in terms of how they play no Arsenal omo there nanso omo here mentality, winning mentality to elevate themselves. Some the Champions League now different no bet me every key matches. I know you are some for now. So bet me every Champions League nanka sankasa no here winning mentality we and some seed of so at the atuja enough of Enron game no and then about 7 and a Barcelona host Inter Milan Simone Inzaghi a coach at the Emma Inter Milan a football club no see Inter Milan ebe face the most beautiful and the strongest team in Europe. Barca our form ye papa am I in the match no den no omoba say omo good results omo for draw omo winner omo enso epe Lautaro Martinez say on a captain Emma Inter Milan the last 15 years Inter Milan atimi afemu kakra na over the last 3 years nimpa omo abo semi-finals mienu eno omo an edge over FC Barcelona na ene match no omo here energy pass on the Barca ebebo no we hear a lot of energy throughout the game no also remain focused na oye adwuma panti ene omo ba with the mentality say omo elusu game ene omo airborne omo be play with their heart not their head omo come na ne match no omo enso e de ebebo na o se omo dream pass full omo team at Champions League no e de amomo fans na nkofo compare Lamine Yamal ene Leo Messi say eja Lamine Yamal no Messi mpo was age 17 no na ontimi enye Lamine ne ma say oye no say hey ye pekasa dodo se kasa no too much Lamine Yamal ni kwan so bia and ne compare the great Lionel Messi the best player in the history of football na Lamine talented or bright future na dache dananim pa ne kwan say ye rush as they compare the greatest ever in the game until Lamine Yamal comparison no na Lautaro Martinez so etimi abo emutuo na sa comparison na Ivan Rakitic ono former Barca midfielder former Sevilla player no or say komo time na enka Lamine Yamal ka ball no enka onya bi mo ona hwe na kwakobo bi Neymar daha Messi daha Suarez edenim ho na Estilo hono and opportunity Lamine Yamal any more dear member name venture because na adwuma no SC na mo team na mo de bona Lamine Yamal there's no way senko benya bi enso etimi abo because Messi Neymar Suarez any hono na ehonso SC one ne ya adwene Lamine Yamal pie Messi mo time we sa players ma bomodi ni ko benya bi abo anase enka onya bi enso emmo Hans Flick ye bi say ne future etese no say oh next year obekochi Barca enne omo match ni kwase ka na contract one sem omo focus game am omo ball against Inter ne contract one sensem de ye nyai enfanto Hans Flick address
I will coach the team next year. I think I have a contract till the end of the next season, and also I said it before, I'm really happy to be here, to work here, or with a club, with the players, with the staff around, and I love it to stay here in Barcelona. But now at the moment is not the right moment, because we have focused on that, what we want to do, what we want to achieve with the team, and this is much more important than my situation, because it's all about the players.
Barca of one achieve a lot season way enti na mo focus and the contract or extend Barca be call him and na ehim and boss 7 the live commentary ebeba Barca versus Inter Milan wey eso an yegina na yakoba Heba Hospital so yakojam krato aba ye ba pe ye the more ebeto aso stick and stay yakoba aswe.
Cratchy, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ban uye den wa ha. Unye no mpemu ya de no wanko Dr. Ban jinse be.
Doctor.
Hey, bye-bye. Yes, I go. What?
Good afternoon, sir. This is my father. We come from Nigeria, and he has issue with the leg.
The leg broke?
We don't know.
No, it broke. Ow! Me, I'm a specialist about bones. I will deliver you now. Then you go to Nigeria back.
Cratchy, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ban uye den wa ha. Unye no mpemu ya de no wanko Dr. Ban jinse be fa. Onu pede ni dompe na dodo wuda dompe mbe wagodo empem. Wotimi hwehwe dompe santi ni dompe wa bebo wunsem. Wose ya de bebe de nyuma paso so ani nyame kwa na meka. O no mpemu nim de ono na ye expect nya zanfo no. O akra any kumasi no mpemu expect yen kan kireo.
Yes, sir. What are you doing? Specializing when it comes to bone issues. You're not specialized in bone healing. Hey, you know that the man can someone called Dr. Bango. Then this guy's got one of me. Oh, but you know, look, you know, say Dr. Ban is the best when it comes to bone issues. Well, Doctor, please, you came to look for Dr. Ban, isn't it? This is not the right place.
Well, he brought us here.
Listen to me. I am taking you to Dr. Ban.
But I hire Ban Heba Hospital. Now, no person say you will be through 3 so be soon. I say, you shame your winning in 2 I say. Ma me dear na ma wabamu abui ene ukuta koma osisi achia ukutu dwe wona ma ne su kekra ma ne a wo kan ne se papa ne a wo kan ne se be kutu dwe ye nuwa ne be kume ba wo ho a ye ntena se ma kutu dwe enkum obi ba wo ho a kutu dwe ye betu ase ama nigye awie peye enti me sere dia wonsa ene yiyi wani da so nyina asa ewuma na ya kanse Mr. Wako Bobo and answer one Wama, Taisa, Pawama, name will be say pain. Brana ye de yenche, ye de have bank and never to so. nyankopɔn adom aban no bɛtɔ so a nkasɛe ne nnompe no a ɛtete ne ɛha adwene ne nyinaa no nyankopɔn adom ne nyinaa bɛtoatoa ama nnompe no nyinaa ayɛ kama.
Papa's actually Papa. Papa is working. No, don't hold it. Papa is working.
Bar Herbal Hospital. Specialists in every kind of bone disease. Spinal cord, swelling of the arms, arthritis, bone injury, swelling of the leg with reddish color around it, and so on.
Ediana eteti wo, ediana ama wo yura wo, ediana ama wo ni da so asa. Ba wo ho a, ani da so wo ho. Ba ye wo Accra ye wo Spintex Road 18 Junction. Kumasi ye wo Atonsu Agogo Government Hospital n'animu a. Ye numbers yi na egu asi freye. Ade bi e kire wadwena na se ye ruwa bi eteti obi ano. Ye beboa ma nyaruwa ni nyina ase atu ama nkunimde awie peye. Ma me emfa ho ne ba bi a wo firi ba papa. No kwasam se ene wiase afa na nyina ni Nigeria ne Ghana ha ene ba bi obi a wona bi fra brochire bi firi hen epa ba so yeye enti ba bi a wo no panifo se adedie kwan nwa ba bi a wo bia fo wani kire ba ya so yeye ha na wo ba ya so yeye ha sebisebio nya fe ne kwabrane ba betwe wo nan ne tenten bia maame papa ye de ahaban keke ena nyankopɔ adom ye de beto so na numpene nkasa ni ba bi a cheche bia na haban betene ni nyina kama ba achafo ba yarwena bejane
Ba Herbal Clinic
yade nyina ebedwane ba Herbal Hospital aso ye ana ekọ ni ntikoso na pick mo numbers na frɛ na ekoje wayaresa yen hyase ewo eye Spain Valladolid maso ye bim na onim some fans no ayo madwen say Luis Nazário de Lima Ronaldo no free Brazil no ono na ye owner of Valladolid na league no omare fans no ayo madwen say Saturday mo game on Barca ebebo no wo mo aprinte eye fake banknote 60,000 makoma 60,000 na gate na no entrance to the stadium meche dia ma fans no na obi era park a odi akọ 12 minutes na ma start na oma to fake note no e de ba park no so omo se Ronaldo onkofie na onye omo club no enso emfa emomo Bournemouth Enema United boy match ne kwai 1-1 obeka asemanyo na share Bournemouth omo goal no Man United very late omonya equalizer na some match no Ivan Nelson ekonya red card and the competition committee no atenase and oma overturn Ivan Nelson red card onya ye enti tackle no enie Okoma United player no so die nenso epa no na Emmanuel call for attack na referee show a red card nenso ene ya competition committee no oma overturn sa red card na Bournemouth almost stand when you 3 enso edidimu Chelsea versus beefy up attack no enunti Morgan Rogers obo Emma Aston Villa Morgan Rogers no and as say Aston Villa for near brepa say some keep no so Chelsea nyano attack on ma ka no enso ebetimi aboa Mark Gehi of Chelsea and a journey Crystal Palace Chelsea up and back nyom nko Liverpool Newcastle so near bra omo enya Mark Gehi omo enso epe Christopher Nkunku ebe free Chelsea at the end of the season na Mikel Arteta pese wo twe no ebeka Arsenal omo enso etim no ho Mo Salah this year Liverpool age Premier League no na entwa ho a next year ogide pass trophies no there pina na Liverpool club no omo enso ebetimi age Gerard Bowen Emma West Ham na Liverpool ene Tottenham epe no West Ham etwa bo over 50 million pounds and only sika omo edi atuno so Sandro Tonali say when a lot of offers next Newcastle na opeso will stay na next season or two so ebon again edi emomo Marcus Rashford when excellent form na okwa Villa na abo na ye pa nemo opeso obe stay e Villa at the end of the season loan deal no obeso obe extend obeso okwa Barca na next year kosina kan edima Barca last year push ya then so am pick amfa this season there obeso so e push join Barca. Nico William sika ope ansana wa join the club of his choice, £400,000 a week. And then sika oje ansana what me move to club or move me afford this 400,000 no. In theater say Arsenal for pe. Name question is say ya wallen say £400,000 a week the Gunners and so ebetime to Eric Dyer Kenya Greece next year or call AS Monaco or a free agent and also air from Pamiko ball Eddie Ama Monaco and so a club no. Kenneth ye Bobunsu a Asokana Moro Division 2 Coach Kamara in the club no na Kenneth ye Bobunsu Kennedy any opportunity last year called Villarreal trials make us say Enra were having the first training session with Austrian giant SK Rapid Wien and the training session of course no the other kind player ya uheni or your left-footed defender or ball our central otimi ball our left back etimi ball as a holding midfielder na or waye papa make us a part of Ghana national under 19 team no when your opportunity ewo Austria or the giant a year SK Rapid Wien and a training young worship Kenneth Yebobunsu the very best of luck God for that roman call for close on sem no we eso and ejina.
Okay, Tony Yemfa NC ha na fe meni Dr. Edmonasa ending komo kakra na yemetwa so emfa emamo Kessben television Kessben 3.3 messages no enso eba ye papa yebehwe na yeyi dodo no ano enso afri ho ede amamo monfamra mo videos no so monfamra cameras no so ekwa abonten any amanfo ko din komo kakra Inano Yadehonsam Bremo packed Dr. Edmond Arthur, Balm of Gilead CEO, or Menima was studio her and then drink or more kakra. Doc, so here. Then Yankopon Asipa, Yankopon Dom Boko, MCT, the Calabian who we are see who need be. Calabia, me. Jini bia obi e woni suto
yes sir
sana mimi huno okay
yes sir
all right FA pa
me so nyina sa na de tete mi
okay
obi o say na de bia e so won no na bi
aka ho
yes me kai say mo UDS na from level 100 out to level 400 sana me dress into me kope FSAS news president. I mean, the real me sometimes nani mo tie. Sorry. Enti me ba boy, obebo suit. The woman na me do.
That's all. We have occasion and osisa no dress kama. Occasion bi. Obi so no na dia da bi o ye.
Me the tell me say you my fan work up.
That's all. Then na the brain na no pay enye easy cra.
Me da say me graduation bi ekota me nu echi Okin University awareness.
Okay.
For your man congratulations.
Okay.
We kwada so nesen nyame hwa no ese jo ya ba ne de na nyame adomo ho ye mobo ane ya ba ya da won so ase woni Kessben media se nyame afam so ama yenya opportunity kese pa se na etiefo ne ahwefo nso de nyame hwa se jo magazine for ana endum here Central Police Station se jo in fact omutie sports way me call me papa regional commander who a very program be na din komo na police Balm of Gilead BOG Veniga in fact omotie pa teacher police for magazine for in so for nso amoma enkofo eba ye ho ana medical doctors in fact me ba show so manage because say a program like this na ye kasana medical officer, I mean medical doctor, me a dietitian and a food technologist. Now would be a castle. Oh yeah, the memo mini pedicura by a bimusum among call for bar. Then it means a yamiado. I said you and before say me teaching or me per se. Ahombrasimo me fasa akwanya so na me kase obi nyanto bi oginibia me pacho me ma wonan enye slow ma wonan ntienti ase jo won se gallon ni bi ni a 5 liters ni bi ni a short but ebi be do fie ha sisi a mesremo bi ogene se na ye ka no enye dru be ye food that be wo de ye say unsuo bi a wonum bi afa ye den
so bi gum
nanom Unsu bia unu bia febigum nanom bottle water ketwa no now de ni tea black ya na se tablespoon kese no atere kese ba kwa na se de lisusu adu ni 10 ml pe na wo de gum unsu bia febigum nanom na num wedru ye heba na num wedru ye orthodox wo de na bi wo de ne de bibia fa unsu nugum nanom afen so no mokoto munuaba atosode say ye vegetable say ye inuaba ye di watermelon anka kube so yo kube na nanka me trust ye ne pay pa se nkofo be bonedru ye mokube edru ne mo me man fertilizer other be ring application na etimi aba nyame no oye nyansa bwanko nyame o kusenyo the way could be party time ben in show be go I think so one of the time also me chere me hwe me mankofo ho anatomy and physiology of kubi area me chere how kubi in show forming ewo mu na kubi show so onfen diagro as one of the best electrolyte boni pediano na ade ba ko a I was here shannon so say kuba ye na bonten no is good but you know medium akube no guso na ye di kube na bo kube na no contamination be bra pon eno ntin say wo de ona mafa tissue ehon ho wo to kube ni bia bu beninga ni bi bu tissue na fa kube na no kakra ana say esremo ma moton kube ni munya bi wo je ni bi nsi wo na tissue on time bia once na na enwe no unim ne akoni peduanim nti dem pese me kan nyina ne so wa wokoto watermelon mpo na wotwitwa o fie na wodia so kyo bi wo je nsuo mu fa wo ho unim emo anketo ami omo bitima akofa ehawa ba unim microscope ami yeni nsuo ho ade sa nti ebe se ade bia wodi se jo me kan nkruma ho asem se nkruma eye be ye bone duru nya do ye bone duru ade a minim se bia Ghana had the nkofo be sheda so mo de duru se jeni minim se jeni nso duru ho de a minim jeni de me trust se duru enyanko jeni jeni no de menye sure sa be jeni egu ho eche depende jeni no ne drying processes e course ne other you can say chef life protocols e bi o mo be put across na ade ba ko a me pese etiefo hye ne nso pa ne say yempel baby a yeduri ewo wiase mi he ye ni organic food wo ho any food organic food enuane a yemfa eduru embo and few people they produce organic foods offer bi te say apostle ko josafo or organic farm kese okoko university enunru bi ani ho okoko university horticultural department omo greenhouse effect greenhouse farmer or produce vegetables but not just say organic any organic just that it goes through the right agronomical procedure time also harvest the time also board time also a pest control exercise where any kama tiano no san udia e safe pa but most people intentional say yo ye dey nu ankasa engu niam so mate be brave agric extension officers say yo e mo aflam plains one mo ne afram so nsuto echi ho ene akomadan area ho wanchi omo ebi mo ye cashew farms ne tomatoes ni sejo me no mo ebi mo di nkoma in fact na bibia ho ebi de drugu ne ma no so do yes yemo agric campaign ne chiremo a munya ne sama sa ye ne anso ye beka no hospital de say ye ni nuaba ne ni atoso de obon se ne ye de no ne kofa ha ba no ntin ye se wa wakoto no unim baby adeni free ba fa beniga ye den na anya kra ne enye bibia 100% ne be ye free wa ne dodo ka biom ne de obeden obe save enu ntin ye se bi o je ne memfa ngunsu mu nko akeke fa bi hohoro ne ma ho enam tiri ho kotodwe last time na me ka se ka bi asesi the cabin ho keropa ne egum ne kotodwe na esi hono na enwanse na pa ye be stress de wudi ekọ wonu mu pa wa wudi usika to de me so
so de ya ba de ne benyini ye nro e ba bontin so e di nro ne ma ne bre ye di just serious
ni na ye nro sejo enu ntina ye stress nyame nso hyira nkɔfoɔ nkakra no wotɔ asase na wodi sidan a memfa ni nyina anye decorations any land say a line no pay fa be plot ketewa bi ya wo backyard farming ha eno ne de wokɔ akire hɔ no mo a enti wotɔ asase no to na wonyampo ensi dan na wotwa blocks egu so no after plot no architectural design na omo be no hu be bia ode be ye wo den wo garden e basa e beboa sejo me kono na me pese etiefo se ne nso se be bia ne de sopo no omo benya bia to e ya sida house ha me se wo komase ha na wo pe be bia obenya bi o gin vinegar ato dia e asida house ha wo kwa asida towers Accra ebi e wo ho apart from that yenia ye wo kede ebi e wo ho okokida ebi ewo ho okọ Accra Kumasi Kofodia ho nkoko Cape Coast Boga Doma Brekum for mo Sunyane Apostle mo Techima Ngoso Takwa Pristia Axim Obuasi bekwai efidase ejoso inche be bieni fo nso o asankroba kaswa takwa de konongo yeji offenso be bia bi o jeni bi ewo ho ne momo no o pese wunya original price na wa wulusu dia eno anso aba asida house mesra mo dia mo mani jeni sesejo oto gallon na ne anyway achewo 500 na chewo kwa aha ana auto 1 liter no so 75 500 ml ne mienu and 1 liter tinke be stress ka to 75 dia no na aboa se opese o de show bag mu call bi mamu so dia na wato 500 ml no na e show ho na we se ne me de me vitamin C
40 cedis
and 40 cedis
75 friends and 1 liter no
1 liter no
75 cedis
exactly
and a gallon near 300 na ya de 500 ml ne ba kwa
aka ho amount e be share pa se mo modern say mo Kumasi ade mo be ba asida house numbers ni 0240 51 21 71 and I say 0539 86 38 and I say 0240 51 21 71 Sergio me ko dia me ka 1 minute me fa Balm of Gilead
okay do that
Sergio over Balm of Gilead in fact to the glory of God me no kase nipa igu ho a ye hwe wo na one of the ade mo me ne say oba ye ho a you true yariasi because ye chiro ne fare bai no na wakoye ho na dwuma se ne be ya ye ma woduru na enkoba se na wotwe mienu ana abosome na asane na wo san begichi mienu elu ntene me stress if it would be soon na se so how a baby a also wo ba na trust yes be trust ye e ba mo wila say yo this week me started with intestinal disorders about gastrointestinal disorder na me kekeka me de osane diabetes ebeka on say diabetes endocrine issue ana peptic ulcer and so has to do with H pylori and NSAIDs na say yo baby a anope panka me be educate nkofo e wo ho nkese pa enumpem ha say yo wo be fa ni pedua na unyine no onompe ahonden no in fact e bafom enu ntia basa e wo so wo ye bibia obetimi apushi bone density no akoso ya kasa bone density a mass over volume the mass of the bone no and the tissues are near constituted with the tissues na and sana organ number over the tissues na comprise mineral bit is phosphorus mineral bit is calcium collagen and other vital near forming the bone can say mass tissue no na say jo nipa bia umuye du bibriba ade ba ko ete ne se eno na ye wo volume volume eye wonsiro volume eye unompe has to do with muscle and apart from that fat the moment omoye do no epulu ubon mass no into basa with age and other factors or lifestyle how I want to put a lot of protocols in place in emanompe no ebeye brittle ebeye wrinkle and then apart from that because of so unyin na unlusu those nnuanu na obon mass ne ye eba form ade ba ko a ebo nompe pa ne say ye wo cells a form nompe ye wo osteoblast and ye wo osteoclast. These are the major cells about bone maintenance and a reformation of bones omoho. But it will be a friend osteoclast and one of the best proteins and no when you're not if you osteoblast no but for osteocalcin to work well in your vitamin K. Okay. So do your K1 and your K2. Obefa K1 and no and a green vegetables in the spinach, cabbage, mo cucumber, green pepper, mo and aloe vera, mo bamboo, pampro, aoko Indian, kofu edi. So you obefa K2 now. Every fermented food be as say sacramone, yogurt, munina, and provided K2. K1 no na blood clot take place o but dia ba ko was say no so no pa ne say a cells na won no mpenemu ebetimi aye adwuma ehia enuanenu ahodo bi te say calcium ana phosphorus ana apart from that so no other supporting vitamin bi te say vitamin D obefa kidney na say jo hana me de kwa kwawie no okay kidney no adia ba ko a kidney ne yese e produce bi fe calcitron no one form of vitamin D eboama calcium absorption take place na ofa vitamin D eboan ye fe bi collagen se collagen betuma ye adwuma ama ligament or tendons na ye adwuma ehia vitamin C and into some na we na say so no opois one of the painkillers groups and NC more painkillers into numpi acid. Ade tumi tu numpi acid say obe provide ade be ma cells no tissues no reformation take place e basa o your lifestyle ye na o ma o body mass index normal no emputu burden into numpi so e basa we na ba balm of Gilead that more nerves issues more numpi mu how no na me fire so eboa mo balm of Gilead your powerful combinations you don't so now one nerves issue be sciatica mo ene numpi mu lumbar spondylosis or ene osteoporosis ni kekan ho a na me be fire so aboa you the carbon yene ida hotel next ene opposite over takwade you anadi Accra so Westland pe ene wo you be stress free number na me boy in 0240 51 21 71 a simple number na bra ho na nyame mfa so emwane ekwedie bio de ne de e wo se ifie bia enya bi kai se enya dru fagu unsu bia mu nanom na afenso niam a wakoto no o de bia gu nsuom awhoro ho na bi bia e fine se jo me da se bebre
yansu ye bedasi ye papa good morning Joe. Don't be surprised with Dr. Edmund Arthur. You know he's a Pentecostal elder, and my church elders don't joke with their suits and ties. Oh, more than Italy, and anyway, so. Ede abre. Na minim we you know minko busa okukwemo ana say mi musa wa boss. Please tell doctor that my senior mother has been calling the number on the screen for 2 weeks now, but no one has answered it.
Hey, mobile.
I didn't try. But for her, no complaint is a number, no. As a baby, any about what directly.
71 message either WhatsApp or text about me ho. But se pressure baswa a direct call me secretary no.
No, I'm
053 into mostly no one send him WhatsApp and text
send him a message
and WhatsApp and then kita me white phone.
Okay. Into friend say unya doctor send a message.
Exactly. Me am trying not to den.
Okay. Doctor that's pa. All right, Dr. Edmund Arthur, the odi abre and so no mo friend numbers no na money no any enkomo ye behwe stories no emu kakra bi emu wona no enche mefre Ghana Football Association president Mr. Keto Kreku na mene no ono so adi enkomo na yewuram krankra enti Andy Kem Awal Mohammed me mamo akwaba megidi ye pass mo ho ye pa yes bibia boko okay so the way me say young fa Champions League no enshishe so a free quarter final stage you know we Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, PSG, Liverpool, Arsenal, Madrid, some matches no. Okay, level no. If I'm comparing the Arsenal, PSG, standard level no. The amount for the room match na nkasa matches no who feel say the same level no munye na fire na say ebi die no epagya kakra chen bi enra match no fa compare matches ya make was me
you know comparatively I think the Liverpool PSG game was on top. The Liverpool PSG game in Anfield.
Home and away at Anfield.
Anfield match na top.
Okay.
What about PSG Aston Villa?
Oh, I cannot compare it to the two.
What about him? You are now.
You know, matches now. What can you now? The the tempo, the intensity, the demand, the numbers, everything in that particular game. Defense, offensive play, attacking play, midfield control, midfield transition, movement, positional sense, saves from both ends. You know, will be in that game. So, Arsenal Madrid, it was more of a one-sided game. Inter Milan Bayern Munich again was more of a one-sided game. Barcelona Dortmund, Barca one-sided at the Mundi Stadium, Dortmund one-sided at the Signal Iduna. But so Liverpool PSG home and away level ni na yepe. It wasn't a one-sided game, so we would say bakwa tiatna ompie ema bako ema. It is for me of all the games, and then I'm ranking as number 1 in that order. But say you any game you see a gamer. So also person who a Champions League semi-final and we be na hu ye no. The person who game mu bia hu ye. Say saves now person who from the 2 goalkeepers are. Who Gigi Donnarumma save from Martinelli. Who save from Leandro Trossard. Again, look at the position of David Raya. Goncalo Ramos ball na ball bano. Share the position of David Raya again with Bradley Bacola ball. It the positional sense, movement and anticipation from the 2 goalkeepers. So person who areal of defending now, look at the PSG defense. Nuno Mendes, the raw coach, the man, he made sure he enjoyed it perfectly. And Bukayo Saka was properly tamed yesterday. Game no come. And of the 2 games, Salah, Saka, Nuno Mendes because he was the danger man for the Arsenal team. It's a defending now person who be from a home. Say midfield now person who midfield player. What do you need from João Neves and then Vintinha? You know, control, confidence, hold that play, keep the ball, distribution, whether say push it pass no, call diagonal everywhere. These guys were there. So person who attacking player look at Kvaratskhelia Jebola against the Arsenal backline. Person who progress now look at the clan right Jebola no dey ba. It's a game as a do. May the Liverpool PSG no be cut up, but a game effective for a semi-final match. Emirates numbers and everything was on point. And look at the man at the middle of the game. Slavko Vincic. Ono na ye referee for last year UEFA Champions League final. Inti hwe no baby the key decision na wo hwe ball na hu say foul no you know on take a second look at that what's the game name flow everything was at that level and you know the bia make I say UEFA doesn't joke with even referee for their elite competition and the referee no be di na no or no the Liverpool no Real Madrid Champions League final no and no referee no see a former Champions League finalist referee level no e call for those referees. Okay. It's everything that you need. So we neutral boy will be feeling sa. So we neutral now hebo ya. Woni beje sa. So pomo mu kura ball woni beje. So pomo mu de ball kura ball etum nika woni beje. So pomo mu show ball to on the field of player. Desire do e the same man nyina abema. Inti a game befitting the standard of the elite competition. A game befitting the standard of the semi-final game. Tactical play ubenya nyina from the 2 coaches. Shejuma Luis Enrique de Ma Nuno Mendes and or distribute to the movement on our left side and Emma and midfielders no into how about Fabian Ruiz Abeka Nuno Mendes how about João Neves akwa Nuno Mendes just to stop Salah and cut the passing lanes to Odegaard. In general, Odegaard was a mere spectator on the field of play. It is game no dear yen e be the BH but for me games are more good in the games and I'm who say top and yesterday it wasn't different.
Okay. Our
me, I went for the PSG Aston Villa second leg game. Sergio 3-2. At that point when Aston Villa really showed up.
Yeah.
They lived up to expectation. A lot of people thought that Aston Villa were just looking for just one goal, Sergio. No more about level pegging. But unfortunately, we went to and it was Gigi Donnarumma who arrived on that spot to make sure say Aston Villa and Timia that goal no munya to progress to the next stage, you know. And Sergio, I think say for me, that is that game. In as much as say Andy Ebo, that Liverpool PSG game, no, it was also a top notch. But Sergio, I gave it to Aston Villa PSG game, no.
Wow.
The second leg, no.
Okay. If I yesterday I was very disappointed because PSG didn't deserve to beat Arsenal at home. We also missed Partey, and the center referee was biased. It was Arsenal. Okay. Why anyway about Fila Elembele.
Bradley Bakula Bono, Yefan Sache. Yemfan se Guncalo Ramos Bon Nashe. Yemfan se Goye She Yashe. Na Yemfan se Leandro Trussard and Martinelli Bon Nashe 3-2.
Oh, they know any simple sound. Sanchez movie.
Referee bias.
Yem picking by contest.
Yeah.
Or say Arsenal don't deserve to lose.
Yes.
And I'm say.
Yeah.
Yemfan say Martinelli Bon Nashe. Yemfan say Donnarumma Msana or the war. Trussard born so call and so I say 2-0. Goncalo Ramos born the ball pool, no swashe. Bradley Bacola born a cow keep an over far pool, no ashe. And a go na Dembele boy no swashe. 3-2 against Arsenal. The referee, you know, he was flawless.
Wow.
But this is, you know, I could to say, and you on Kessben, John Evans born, Obi or Hebron, Biaka say penalty.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, come back now.
And the Americans see 2 before Timber, you know.
Okay.
Me can't Arsenal player, and able to know John Evans didn't I could say an enemy born. Obiaka say penalty. But the referee was right there. He was just right there. Baby, or the beer did not, they are closer.
And the replay in actually say no.
Yes. There was another similar incident. Samba 18 was Netine Odegaard Nadeko. No beer him said John never sabe ball free on a side foul. But oh yeah, saying now both the players don't, you know, they played along. Junior Timber didn't know be a penalty. Yes. But you know, from other angles too, so okay, the position of the referee, you know, I will not blame him. Ninsaka meka so ansonu mu ana meboa but you know nsaka obia time ben na uje ni mu efa wa na nsaka obia efa
o we dey edio
dey
ninsa for the ninsa so say no yema yes
me know the position of the referee nti na wa anyi no hu ti no hia via the position of the referee no any yes oh
come on back
yes Yes.
Social media, I'll give the referee.
Oh my commentaries are who do baby, but still me the commentaries baby.
Oh, Uncle Fim too.
One day.
One to order.
No,
there was a block. Yes. You know, you be the hookah.
And that block now, and cocoa for board.
You know, what you know to me.
No, Monsieur Okosonum.
No, you can't answer him. The American say. Look at this angle. It's our own favorable.
You see, the Varaskelia was also making an attempt.
Yes, but I'm saying so without after Ojeni, no to me favorable.
Sana go be before, be before. Obi ko block will be.
The referee be a penalty or boy who I mean challenging. I will not challenge any referee. That is why I'm saying I will give him the benefit of the doubt. The referee be a penalty or boy who I mean challenging. Okay. Not at all. I will not challenge any referee.
But no, I ball.
You know, I have
game. Donnarumma.
Yes, you know, Champions League winning side. Even Barcelona, Manchester City, AC Milan. You bet me a car from 2000 Babisine. Omuni team, omo clearly dominant side. I know omo bobol, omo be dominated with their midfield. Omo Champions League a true level where they need a presence of a goalkeeper. And if you test again in 2015. Now Obia has a MNS, but you know, go and watch the games. Bayern Munich 3-2 no ewo Allianz Arena no. Na kochi go or die, even Barcelona losing that particular game. It's only a goalkeeper. Real Madrid sources under Fiorentino Perez in the second half Carlo Ancelotti be take over. Say yo, she adwuma akotoa abodi amati by friend in Madrid. Adwuma je Champions League. Go to Metropolitano and watch the Champions League game between Tottenham and then Liverpool. The last 20 minutes, it was Alisson Becker. It was Alisson Becker. Jose Mourinho G Champions League by Inter Milan no Biasi Jose. But at Nou Camp, it wasn't just Lucio and then Walter Samuel alone or Christian Kivu or Javier Zanetti. It was the aerial and top class goalkeeping of Julio Cesar. Ike Kasia Fernandez mon level ni bi na uhia so duru ha. And look at Manonoya against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final. Into uhia sa level no. And Donnarumma Genoa were consistent against Liverpool, against Aston Villa, and it was yesterday. And said you say, oh say kwa way dia. Uhia sa goalkeeping bi. Even Ederson ayen who say oh yes bebrebe. Said you go and watch the Champions League final between Inter Milan and Man City. And Ederson adanka Inter share Manchester City by 5. Before Rodri eba she the goal. Inti say oh kwa way quarter-final, semi-finals of a Champions League occasion. We had this kind of performance from Gigi Donnarumma. Oba PSG assassin name Koye, Passejo. After the European Championship performance no de man and no be no de ma PSG. Obetimi a blame Martinelli send the ball no amuni. But you know, and no be at the Amobo ya ultimate. Trossard and look at how they didn't ball so. And it can the physical presence upon him. She open answer. She said you would sit upon him. Na area boss so crowd all the bad they are no funny fala. Indeed, that is Gigi Donnarumma. That is not to say David Raya and Nadia, but Saocha boss called Donnarumma, so the pressure on Gigi Donnarumma as compared to David Raya. Obonsa Branty or the TV so general Juma. I've spoken about the defensive line. Hakimi in terms of data. Hakimi is the weakest link of the PSG defense. Because Okon and Impa only a trainer dot pa. But enra oye adwuma. Nunu Mendes de medical kan asem. Messi Saka ene Salami enu watem omo de omo chede botom. Eno obi ani wo hu bukai Saka o game nim. All because of Nunu Mendes on the left. Marquinhos are both to this level. Ntia na pressure ni su bebrebe. And ne pair with William Pacho. Though and Tessa Thiago Silva modiano or Van Dijk modiano, but at least who that level of partnership in there and who that cohesive setup within the backline. Midfield. I want the issues now. No. Arsenal and defense and said you're peno. Lewis Kelly, oh boy, again desire do it. Now you know what to me when I was signing them 15. I was surprised. Mikel Arteta Katian so inverted. And Timbers and Yano to say the Union again Vini. And the plan was simple. Making sure say him open up, stay in wide zone. Now Midfield no be a can one say. Midfield no be as Thomas the party absence no Arsenal. Okay. E dia na party de beba into obi e ka. Calmness, control, setting the tone for the Clarai to progress. E dia no area. The Clarai is obobida, but only player you born as a lone pivot. In the area. And son on your born on transiting through central midfield no must stop no. In the absence of Partey, Omokate the passing lanes and the supply to Saka and then Odegaard. Eti baby Martinelli beji ball be able to withdraw. Ball no mupa and son no ma benchiako. Unlike Partey obesity told for the Clarais to link up the central midfield and the attacking midfield. Etienne na mo bieka say omo Messi Thomas the party. Partey didn't come in with a physical presence. He doesn't come in with a combative play. No. But Entoboasia a digital no to mfimfi. Ema yetime bo bi dominating play no. Eno ne ade a odeba. And obiani mi say Miguel Merino is a link up midfielder. Waye bi da baje no a. Partey mo level of experience and this is the Champions League. We bought with ATM against Madrid we saw him. Enti eno ne ade a Arsenal Messi ye. Enti Odegaard were clearly off. But you know, all this credit to them are yes, I had 2 Musketeers no Muslim Finfino. Joao Neves and Vintinha. Luis Ocampos it deserve credit for getting those 2 players on board. Now you know, Marco Verratti kono na obi esu, but they replace him with a perfect midfielder like Marco Verratti. Joao Neves. E dey na ope. Yenkura ye nane ye ho Yemfa ball nko yanim. Yen kra ball in tight spaces. Yen intercept play. Yen distribute to. Yen dominate play. Yen a commanding figure on the ball in central midfield. It is João Neves. Now it is interesting to have these two players for Portugal. Portugal will still be struggling against ordinary sides. And he was the real deal. Me almost the man of the match have been Mantiasi. Because João Neves, look at the two interceptions or go. And he was so crucial and the presence was felt on the field of play. Bona yeka se pate ni na João Neves. Oje bona no dia ma Vintina and Vintina so distribute from left, right, center everywhere. Na Fabian Ruth so agya the progressive play e dia ma omo. Eno ni adwuma who say PSG midfield no. And the plan was simple. Cut the supply to Odegaard, cut the supply to Bukayo Saka, and you are good to go. Would the munyai the Canaries don't fab on him, but the boy drew a fin, baby or the boy ne be hu. Ama yen timin fanya bibino, mumeki sure say, sa passes to NTV Indro. Inti anone a juba, the midfield of Paris Saint-Germain, and Desire Doué get the ball as a bit of skill, no, tease the Arsenal back line, and moment lively, confuse them, move both left and right, now making sure said you man obey. Lewis Kelly had an excellent day in the first half, but in the second half, they didn't do a resi bano, who send a Abrantano every. Now, during a team, and I'm a cast no idea uncle young farmer, Quarascalia, you know. One player, Nanka, also England teams, Nekofano, Muya, and Shaha was that boy. Na Edinra, he was all over the place. Nehoha, onim tre, onim shutu. Look at the pass, not the man Dembele Bob on the same. He works so well. Dembele game, apart from the goal, onim baby, because the game was just centered around the midfield and the wide areas. That is how game we said is okay. A purely tactical plan. And PSG had an experienced man on the bench, Luis Enrique Martinez Lucho. And look at how he changed the mentality of the PSG team. Look at how what changed the complexion of the PSG team. It is Luis Enrique. Oh. Now who's an inside the team? So PSG first now they don't have chances about Arsenal and come back concede. But then they were composed, they are confident, and ball now no more bono. They were not playing under pressure. And only football and on the ball Emirates. A well-deserved win, and you know, on my back to see the final. It will move a lot to play for next week. But I feel they had a chance of qualifying to the next team.
Real Madrid, PSG, who's Arsenal, is a stiffer position of PSG.
You know, I said, Madrid did a Madrid, and it is Ancelotti. You know, this is a team on left back a prayer, on right back a prayer, almost center backs, we will not back on the gym. Almost main center back, rely on him near Banajin and I'm but it is Madrid. Again. The midfield of PSG, you know, so she a more technical midfield, I'll break a mechanical form. Okay. So she are more born the door, Monasum Crook, and no discard to Cotone House now. Oh, Pepe, Papa. Vavadi is a link up midfielder and a midfield enforcer. The same thing applies to Jude. Chouameni, the same thing. Into almost star, let's say. Into almost she Pedri to me, Bopa. But Oko share on more born, she saw Monasa, a board, Chroma, or 9 cabina. Oh, Brett. It for me. The performance and the teamwork of the Paris team, and you know, Oma picky at the right time. Group stage, you know, bro. They didn't just last game to qualify, but Oma picky at the right time. Champions League, they are quite important. Madrid say mostly you started group stage about Oma bread, but you know say you baby you feel no more picky at the right time. And PSG are pick at the right time. They beating Manchester City, they beating Aston Villa, they beating Liverpool, they beating Arsenal. People are still writing PSG off. I remember some man from here. Or match Man City, or match Liverpool, or match Aston Villa, or match the Arsenal Barbe Soso. In the Premier League for you know match Wow. Yes. It is, you know, I agree with you, sir. With this Paris team, Arsenal met a tougher position yesterday as compared to the game against Madrid.
I see. Luis Enrique, technically, tactically, only Mikel Arteta. Who is saying?
Oh, you know,
Bruno.
Say
Gabum.
Oh, yes. A Champions League winning coach. Yeah. As against who could do semi-final, or experience. Again, this is a coach who has coached Messi, Neymar, Suarez. What again? So they call Roma Jumokoya, South Africa Jumokoya, or experience Mikel Arteta. And then right was clearly showed on the football play. And you know, this is the PSG team without Kylian Mbappe. Look at the level of confidence on the ball. And when I'm sure this PSG team struggle against teams like Girona and then ATM in the group stage. But you know, England on my baffing and go you. Stadium no ball no Mbappe have conceded 2-0 this season. Omuko Liverpool show. Aston Villa show. But they still have confidence to win. And any team playing the recent Arsenal that beat Madrid home and away will defend. But they know that be so the confidence level and you know coach not bench is so key.
Shocking results via MPA or Parc des Princes.
Okay. Shocking result beat me a PA because PSG to me disappointed anytime, any day. But omone ho am na ebo. E ho ne ba bia mehwe. So omone prime Chelsea, prime Manchester City, prime Manchester United, and Liverpool on form. A different story. They are playing against Arsenal. You know, how many Arsenal able? Yeah. Omu mienu nyina omu traits ne yepe. Champions League final no mabo and now be a lose ye. They are all hoping to be at their second Champions League final. Into drew her coaching ye key. The experience level of the technical bench in ye key. The setup, the plan for the second game ye key. The confidence level and how you psych your boys. Arsenal omu best game on bebo the next week. Do you not take it from me? Because they say omu need anything to lose.
Omu best
game
on
next week.
Yes. Who say when they qualify?
You know, PBP I'll go in for PSG.
Wow.
Yes.
Mind you, there is a game today. 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Barcelona ebe welcome Inter Milan. Me ko basisia na ya twaso de amamo. Me ko the what scientific herbal clinic. Yeba be twaso.
Eba ni World Scientific Hospital. A team of medical scientists. I have created a boom near the infidel Maswa. Ejuma, oh, Yasue Hasi, Yasue Hadi, Nessa Obaya Sabi, near time a good amount, said the Coconon. Name Yado to a fiducial. The Mephidio Mushimu, the Mium at the Potier, the Yadene Breo, Nessa Mium in Ya, Yarene do in the piano so. The Yama what Yariasi, what the editing said. See, baby, I said, what to wear the Asia, which is to a Symptom.
Open what scientific hospital, Dr. Phobius Yajuma say, and Buna any Tanya or what dear Eddie Dumiano, Yenyamu, Nafe, in Nuakasa, whom my friends have fight to chemicals, no. Yes, struck the same in Runo, Nayan from Fremro, and for a mount, a be our kidney no, Yaria Bemo, kidney no essay, young Kwana Ganaha, yet take a habine, Eddie dialysis, our kidney no say I could do said Dian Kwanwa. Nyarishemu na nyedi dina for ni chiremu ewo ni what scientific hospital bofra ban eboye ama wa diabetes ye di bofra ban ene nyama bi efra e di mawa ebebo ma diabetes na o sugar e cost rupi no eno so aboa ama etimi abafum ebia na o hwe misisi e na o problem pa e yo mema sem baba bi wonu mu a onya tenkan kwa so mo ba beda obu so otimi nya hode ne peja no no ba ehyemu a ehyemu ana adwo eno obu so atese ne bema no ensore kra ebia na e no bi ada so a wonom yo ba na utie me na se eya no problem ebia na e fiber na kosi a wono kwan ana wakwa ya sabia doctor si ensu abetata onkosi mo ovarian cyst ana se fallopian tube no e na block ye obebu okura wo sebu ensisi so ni nyina timi sinyi se ho kwan bema bia na hu so e na wo form nkwawan e wo form low sperm count na obu okura beba beba ne hu so mo no na emo no be friend se spermatozoa no ba kokura we nyina e ha esi awo ho kwan a obani what scientific hospital a enfidie de ehwe umbeda di amye se problem bi wo no mo a ye timi hu aduro na afi aduane ye betchera ho adi pressure ti amo akoma bo periperi asem kura si ofi timi mo amane obi so hweme na ne die stroke akawa to mpamo ye kwa wo ye ba wo so timi okasa na pampan boni bi akire frɛ no halitosis yade ba ko a ya no wan obi opewase obetimi akade akire wo a ade bedi unya okasa bia no obi atwene hwene okoda na nyimre oda odwonso antentem ye papa mo mpanifo no e free 40 50 60 years ekwani mo no o prostate na yakase prostate enlargement e ba sauda odwonso antentem odwonso bebransa na ade ache e mane nka achi emye kofa catheter ahoma nkoto ba memo abusuafo bi ebere nti manya adagye amo ya de dia nyadidie semi what scientific hospital Ghana hade o pa ya sabe ya dia befrim dia fidie edi twe enubena enafa hode ni fra habemu edi sawo ya dia mawa na eyeni what scientific hospital yiwo Kumase atonsu Monaco junction ya Dansura bank no and the BNM and Cranso, your ma 7, your bank Janet Conadino 0244 087687. In case you are watching us from any part of the world, whether you are in any African country or you are watching us from Europe, you can contact us on WhatsApp +233 244 087687 or on Google Map. Just type Niwat Scientific Hospital and you'll be given the exact location.
Niwat Scientific Hospital. Nyanko Panda Rumenti Wamoto Edema.
Television and uhe. Alright, yaguso our Champions League games no enra baako koso ya ka ho nsɛmpi. Ene Barcelona enso ebe welcome Inter Milan. Yɛnhwɛ so kakrai na fi Andy.
Another big game. And then some crossover ball pass the
Okay.
But you'll be looking at a more defensive, organized, oriented side as against a free-flowing and a more attacking side in Barcelona. You know, Barca never home until we hear Barcelona this season in the Champions League at home. On match 21 goals. Now 21 goals no on match no. So all 5 games on mabo 6 games e wo fie. 6 games no on mabo fie no. Omukra 5 wins as against 1 draw. And draw no omunya and it was against an Italian side in Atlanta. And omuni Atlanta ball draw 2-2. And only game about Saba Omanche goals crash, you know, and play 2 goals. A chessa a yetima Omu Bobo will fear Omuche goals. Now, so for my friend Inter Milan, so away games on my bono. 6 games on my bow away, no more win 4. And on my draw back against Manchester City. And on Mulusu back against by 04 Leverkusen. Into almost away performance, I dare say a strain. I dare Inter Milan, they say. The last 3 games on my bottom, ning normal lusu. And you know, Ulusu last 3 games, I have confidence level of a team never fail. Bologna Shomu, AC Milan Shomu in the Coppa Italia, and Anano AS Roma Abe Shomu 1-0 at the Giuseppe Meazza Sports Stadium in San Siro. I bet you all my free so Napoli Aba. Again, baby or many Gianni Beban ahead of the game when they say Marco Thuram is back because Lautaro Martinez and then Marco Anatovic. A game some boy after Thuram injury and yet they say and Yemetimico Yedeba in Tamala. Barcelona team no, the only person I'm be feeling Robert Lewandowski. Because the last time in Inter Milan, any Barcelona is shia a new camp no. A year Robert Lewandowski was key. Sadano on the Milan screen a pretty suye pa. A womisa pass and Timia and share Inter Milan, but Lewandowski played very, very well. And she said, "Yo, the last visitor, Inter the bar Barca home no and day 3-3, and Inter and winning our Barca home order. We a different venue, but still Barcelona home." Said, "Yo, Champions League so about first game home again against an Italian side that they also over pay goals because Okopa be beat me see. In Tiene, the 4-2-3-1 of course your friend Hansi Flick no." Obian himself opeso keep ball no. No, I rely what the wide play in Lami Yama and then around your friend Rafinha. And so far Rafinha all 12 goals in the Champions League, Lami Yama or 4. And now Ferran Torres 2. And Ferran Torres comes in with a different profile as compared to Robert Lewandowski up front. Only Italian team will ball no do found because they are looking for space. Keep the ball, no monsoon keep space no, and only the approach of the baba. In terms of you know, the only problem and the discussion in Italy now, and they say, the Marco Konenim Dodo, and Tibaya de so best stop Lami Yama. Now, the discussion with the Omunfa Carlos Augusto Moana, because Carlos Augusto played against Bayern Munich and he played very, very well. I'm going to try back in the day. Benjamin Pavard de Bra, in Tibisic, Ebe joining Stefan, Ebe joining Bastoni, and then Francesco Acerbi, with Mathieu Damien, and you'll be on Mube choosing as a left wing back. Meketia will be back. Now Nicola Barrera as against Chaka Hakanoglu with the 2 players up front. One watch Barcelona game bia so decided so obesity deep. Now Pia Basa wa upper hand. Barcelona so decided so be Pie. Name Obe get it so close. Now Basa recycle play that because Pedro in a conductive play no and the form of Daniel Omonunsu Piki enti the central midfield and the attacking midfield in the area it also keep a close check to the two players now making sure that they be out pushing Rafinha to the lines say yes they are all restricting on that space need to play Labi Yaman so close now making sure say ball in the funny weaker foot that is the only way they know how beat me a survival but as I said we checking the number of goals the performance for Barcelona at home we checking Inter performance in a way the confidence level of the Inter team no mudi Roma Barca himself and zero area omura ho omo bre the last time omo concede 1 goal again apart from beating Inter Milan 3-1 in group stage 2010 omo do the knockout stage still the story of Jose Mourinho Walter Samuel Christian Kivu and Javier Zanetti story is still at the omo team because omo himself a no go area Inti Barca would love to kill the game today at the Mundi Stadium. Normal make a foregone conclusion game on Beboso AJC Pibieza. It is a game Barca was through and I'm tipping Barcelona to win this particular game.
Okay. Awa.
Sergio. The idea about Barca is to prevent Inter Milan from scoring.
Yeah.
That is one of the key things I say so make sure so Obekaya 2010 na final no Barca was Santiago Bernabeu. Sergio. Na Barca were looking forward to beating Inter Milan and win the title at the enemy's territory. Yeah. So it was a certain Jose Mourinho who made sure Barca couldn't hand the chance at the now beating Barca by 3-1. Second leg or making sure so be neutralizing Barca by playing a very swift defensive backline. And even Samuel Eto'o on that day said, you know, boss wing back. And completely Barca making sure so I right it wrong so I get the result and Barca Joe unfortunately went to the only goal Gerard Piqué share no and then Barca to that 1-0 win. But unfortunately Inter went on with a 3-2 aggregate scoreline and eventually defeated Bayern Munich to win the title. Advantage Barca this week, but what we have to do is to make sure so we prevent the Inter Milan team from scoring.
Okay, and there is you guys again. When we were to play Madrid, you guys wrote us off. We did what you never expected. Apart from the first 20 minutes, Arsenal dominated. We're going to qualify next week, inshallah. Andy Derry. Yes. Right, you're off.
So also writing PhD off. He's also writing.
I told you so, General. Arsenal haven't seen anything yet. But please tell Andy to be consistent. Oti, Kre, near home consistency in okay. Okay, Fabra, na yeshe. Rich, Kifit, Kufeta. All of a sudden, Arsenal supporters, Yehumu ba. Just say no minimum, but more voice, no. Yeah, TCC.
Yes. Yeah. So the team is doing well. And me and scored a crime penicillin Sikoya. Obviously, as an Arsenal supporter, I wanted us to win. But with that party, we made for the AAW because the last performance of mine, and no one that said the clan rights no more can you now feel Laka, but take up one or Cocoje. And then effect none of my wound in any PhD first leg with Simon. I'm telling you, say. We have PhD format for the end. So who share team beyond for the 90 me? United said the Arsenal and why you lose to Thomas Partey. Who tries to control the tempo of the game and they was it no match yeah. Your boy any remanded way. Partey counting at the climates mean for me. So if it's not there, Joe, you expect it definitely. And no man yesterday and intimian run and I'm crying I have to be honest with you. All what I wish for someone can I cry leg and put me a parry. Now I feel the second leg in Chroma and my landing. But with it, and I know say Pato will come in. Me confidence with any Arsenal supporter, whether or lose confidence, he make it fun and I'm pretty sure about this. I will make the fun. We make the fun because time will appear genuine opportunity. I probably send committee my 2-3. Let's say one Champions League and then Joe. I am overconfident. Say we'll make the fun. And this is our season. 2 friends will be playing the fun. Now 4 teams that can run away for 4. Arsenal and Barcelona. They may need a final, and that is what I'm expecting.
Wow.
And now can focus on anyone when you know and come football. You don't expect.
Who can qualify or park the prison?
Oh yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Wow.
We shall qualify.
I see.
But we need a party in the game to give more shield and more opportunity for others to express some more on my co. And so I can't know and I now super soon and then say prove we say. The only thing is that 1-0 no and quite devastating. Just one goal and we have to overcome it, and I'm pretty sure we'll overcome it. We'll make the final.
Namasa Bompa is almost a goal. France, PSG.
Also, it's
difficult.
I wait much at 3-1. Then found.
All right. Okay. Our my Yemra Africa kakra na fe yem fanko dim komo kakra bi twitwa soma me na fe ya.
Sergio, I know Payana.
No, I know, but me person say Oshewana na o yi na koye ese wo she 3. Ansa na wo yi no. So nya bo 1 goal, ese wo she 3. Na o she 2, ese wo she say
so one as a social 2-1. Not just a media penalty.
The bit match 2-1. Near extra time. What I know is I will qualify for the final.
Not just a bear mema any man Nina final.
No, this is in them so we are doing well. For intimate league in it no can once, but league continuing Manchester more no master Muru. But we are league in a bit second. Not Champions League in the final. Our opportunity to win Champions League.
All right. Yenje. My idea. Your mom do my idea.
Ah. Yeah. Ne ku share ma do bia right here.
Man ko bia bi.
Anye ne ehu.
Month man to asokra my idea.
Twa de beto. De beto.
Oh.
Sergio.
Yes.
Sergio no pay aba beto jo say Ali Fona kika mo biom $1.2 million and on my table for a certain Tunisian midfielder Usia kan Edima Ferencvaros. Ewo hungry. So Jonah Oka Esperance the Tunis team na G the 2018 and then the 2019 CAF Champions League title no. An integral member of the Tunisian national team. Mohamed Ali Ben Ramadani. Unse Sergio esa say omo free ewo the CAF Champions League no. In as much as omo the rest of the Egyptian Premier League title to contend because up till now Pyramid Nyanji the Egyptian FA Cup no the omo free. But ahead of the Club World Cup no. They need to make sure somebody fresh limbs ebeshim. So Sergio, they've tabled a $1.2 million offer for this midfielder on your shots. Or you're an integral member of the Tunisian national team. $1.2 million. Sergio Ababe told you I say Carlo Ancelotti, Ebia nani Brazil sensem no. Saudi Arabia for ne ki come. Yes, Sergio. Indication. Yeah, almost has Ebia umbetimi improved of I bet in Brazil they na kwakotoa. So umbetimi anya no na one co Brazil no be free Real Madrid na. Omo de ne ba Saudi Arabia.
Governor Brazil then any year na Madrid for na yes on block sad no. Okay? Yeah. But Brazil about can home. Yeah. But them say Madrid na tries on block on move to Brazil no. Yeah. Yeah. So say Sikana Samba. Yeah, Saudi Arabia
for na ke come home. Almost omunya big coach like him.
Na Carlo beko Saudi. What the Brazil ne Madrid and Saudi. Scan was Saudi say who for areas of coin.
It depends on how said you no person or any mission no. Why club coaching for some couple of times. Yeah. Ebia near one say onwuremu in the international stage. Okay. Now onwuremu in the international stage.
Brazil. Yes. Scrap baby one or football one to go Saudi
Arabia.
Yeah. Saudi no go for club and national team.
Yeah, clubs.
Then just go to Brazil. Yeah. No, Brazil no a chance to win something substantial.
Brazil for here before the Club World Cup. So more two qualifiers in book. So almost here before, and I'm already for some person in the Club World Cup because almost ne convinced with Santiago Solari. Javi Alonso never back. Alonso person back after the Club World Cup. No be any recruitment. No the start season. No,
but my understanding is that except Brazil then they signed. Brazil for no person only confirmation before Club World Cup. The depends on which man sign agreement with Brazil. What I say with prior permission from Madrid. No sign agreement with Brazil.
Madrid for no after Ancelotti by England. Ebe share Brazil for.
Now before is and also a judgment over here. Until no someone who agree. No, the Brazil for Nassan say you come there after the Club World Cup. That's also Pamano. Oh no, come there after the Club World Cup. No, call because I think say Brazil offer more way for on the caliber to the caliber and what is achieved was as to continue to achieve. Okay.
Yeah, Yanshay, but Metisa Madrid crab will foot to the extent say so Mamma call Brazilians in I say Brazil Amana almost block Man U, Madrid. Omo Brazil omo call for talent in asifo ni nyina no. Ombe block ni nyina.
100 times in 4 years.
Okay. Mraso say Miura Ghana Football Association na many the president of the FA, Mr. Ketz, Edwin Simon Okreku ekodi enkomo nti mama mekwan na minkodi enkomo kakramra ba na yededi akanyina enso abramo. Mr. President, good morning. And Wakwaba enso eba Kessben television anopay. Hello.
Hello, what do you mean?
Metu nkapa. Ye mo acha no pay o credo.
Good morning. Oh, meji mo so pa am pacha mo tisen.
Nyankopa dum yeso ye ho ye pa. Ye nso obia so ho ye e wo efe ho. Na
me adum.
Ye de nyankopon ase. We there before say be din komokra no big congratulations at the amount. What nya wo nkwa wanim Ghana football enim nyina what ye nim yi papa. Congratulations.
Bedamasi.
Yensha enkomodie yi ase yensha wanya a very long and impactful journey our football administration. But before say beba o leadership roles near there no. So passion for football no paucho any dem e shase mrebe.
Question with you. I don't know, but I'm say, so Papa na didn't me o. So my grandfather na yo minim, but I'm say if you busenum, born there you meet and after that you know so as a young kid, we started say, obineka man say me pardon me young kid no me di born by age 16 no na Nagasama, and then you're friendly coach. Now my former Nagasama Coach Club, Atimota Shooting Stars. Me and I'm here owner of the club. Me and I'm here coach. Me and I'm here team manager. 1,000.
Okay.
And I'm really gym kakaka. In Kibon the AM say you're the woman, and ever since no, I've not departed from it.
Si ukasa busuanu mu now be a footballer now at football administration be a remu abusuanum den
na my grandfather no oyeball papa so at the age of 15 years me kaya or me call a Castle Stadium contribution the late JS into me or I know NSA boss in this chosen pathway.
Oh, okay. My for journey musukakra in the 6 years. As I will rise, I am rapid dodo. I'm FA president, Wafu Zone B president, Wakoye ESCO member CAF. After second vice president CAF. I say I intend to mama Ghana for you now dodo. No say
I'm saying
Enyame.
There's no other reason. Enyame. So my catcher say, let me I'm an OP actual the reason why I can't really explain. But
okay.
I think God has been merciful. I'm a Christian. Honor my life, honor my holding to do what we do today. Even if I can say, my service towards football, Abuamia, I will say the bigger picture is Almighty God.
Wow. Do bet me walk here through that journey in Uzukakra. If it's Amria, what my bedrusa esrohi. Fire journey in Mukakra. Eban say.
Well, in terms of CAF Escodana.
Free press Ghana presidency no FA Wafu Zone B call as MSCO CAF and the second vice.
2019 and Ghana before had the chance to serve. Okay, in course of the service no. And West Africa also recognizing contribution a year. No me leader in the Wafu Zone. After three years, CAF so offer me the chance, having recognized 77, me contribute to serve on the CAF ESCO. For many people within the CAF circles, I think they see last Saturday was not a surprise for many, given 77 any relationship with our colleagues. Now it was only obvious one time soon, BB service with Messi. So momentarily, it came as a surprise, but if you look back, you see it was always going to come sometime soon.
Oh, okay. Mr. President, working relationship with Mr. Patrice Motsepe, CAF president, what is saying?
Well, Monsieur Motsepe, 5 years ago, Tema Otu Anamo Eba Ghana, Obepe Ghana support to be the CAF president. And ever since, I think your relationship has been a good one. It grew over time. What's important is always to have, or for him to have your loyalty, and to be honest at all times, regardless of the circumstances. And I think over time we've built this relationship, and now you have a chance to even build it even much stronger, given the strategy space now on me. So the relationship it grow, and I think it will grow even better than it is today.
Oh, okay. Now, a vision for African football, only CAF president. Ninano eye adikro na baby so a bit differ kakra in a healthy way. But my church kakra only CAF president. More vision for African football. Now one kasa vision for African football. Any CAF president edie. Baby a bit differ in a healthy way. Which me abo no so tough kakra mai.
I think CAF president's vision and yet different from Ora Ketokraku vision. Ora Ket ever support to the vision of CAF president to the last line. Indeed, on this journey, on how I arrive at the last destination. But that doesn't mean our vision will be different. The vision to deliver football, the vision to make African football competitive and attractive, and the vision to deliver football the way it has to be delivered for our direct consumers should always be the way. And I think in the next 4 years, the Mia Duma will not depart from that. Osha, Ora President Motsepe invested in the grassroots football.
Yeah.
Via the Motsepe Foundation, using the school football project. We're increasing funding for all international competitions.
Yeah.
Whether U17, U20 up to the top. We're increasing funding for the topmost brands now, i.e. the Women AFCON and Bemba AFCON. And you see, he's very much interested in the financial health of football on the African continent.
Yeah.
He's also interested in building infrastructure, because he's not happy. African countries will be barred from playing their international games from home, and therefore infrastructure occupies a special place in the need areas are well identified. I think there's a lot that has to be delivered. So far, he's done extremely well, and Oba CAF Congress, you see, member associations are very happy with him, and how far he's brought CAF, the respect he's brought to CAF, and the image of CAF at the moment. You support on this particular journey. Whenever we have contra opinions, obviously we'll share, but that will not be different from the overall vision.
Oh, okay. Dobi Busa said legacy ben pa na mpese muja e African football mo. There na obeka, Mr. President.
I would say so Oshe, a course or Ivory Coast, during the last AFCON now, a more signal of the general expectations of the leadership of CAF. Yet per se, yet the respect about African football. Okay, and Biana, one English boy, English ex-player can say African football no any AFCON any DBR. And you saw the reaction by the world. That tells you say the AFCON is developing and the AFCON is making progress. And we want all our competitions, all our products, that is products belonging to CAF, to have the respect of the world, to be attractive to the world, and to be attractive to all prospective commercial partners. And that's the only way it will have not only economic impact, but social impact on our people.
Oh, okay. And African football, no, which means a tumpun ye papa na there's been a rising interest in African football globally. Kwa ben ye faso ahanese sa momenti.
I think I agree with you. And we are not far from that stage. We are in the correct pathway. Obesha, Musepe, about the need for infrastructural investment in our infrastructure. Waka about repositioning the image of African football in general. Waka about increasing funding for football in Africa. Waka about capacity building for football in Africa. And Waka about giving opportunities to our kids at a very tender age. All of this put together puts the African game in a certain space, which will be truly competitive and truly global. And I think the leadership of CAF will not depart from a strategy that will ensure this is delivered.
Oh, okay. Mesa Basubium Africa football no any roles are be play na amanfo bi adwen yom say will progress outside Ghana, particularly within CAF. Are so rapid na ebinom dwen say will focus more on personal development at Ghana football advancement. We are not saying president.
Well, I'll be very surprised because for Ghana football, Ghana football without any emotions, we appreciate the volume of what I hear, and fixing fundamentals, and then making sure the Ghanaian game eventually and they will be competitive. Now, right from the rate introduction of coach football, right from investment.
I don't know, brother. What to me? You who you kakrebi am I say a brace kakrebi ba Oh. Okay, you do.
Say, investment in coach football, the revival of coach football. That means the first is my example. So when we took office in 2019, that coach football is only home, and then the ball coach football in 22 districts in the local game, and then 22 districts, and then the ball coach in every region of Ghana. KGL investing $1 million for 5 years in coach football. Through the ties that they play program with FIFA, they identify talent at a very tender age, early age. Some of these talents end up established academies we currently have in our country. The Upper East, with Boston School, in the Ashanti region, the Middle Belt, with
Mr. President, in DMO, with Mr. We are a very busy person, but my few seconds, yes, I'm throw back. Breaks in the dozen. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Momodina, Mickey Munsai, and Fred, the president of the Ghana Football Association. Na menino Antoine Komo no eso kakra. I'm say chichi kakra wonkofi. Anana, yeah.
Na say na kra no telephone na problem.
Yeah.
No okay. o studio you movie maybe o tia na
o studio you tia na
also maybe o tia na o tia but
communication never free FA president
very very well
yes
maybe yes I so Antonio be din komo check akra na mo TV just also cat not
yes
and Ghana so communication very expensive Ghana so I don't know what the telcos are doing telcos no mo ji esika bibre so service provider so poor so poor internet it e ma na e ko ba bi wo so tu aka wo data wo so pa so na internet na ateko na e ba che say Ghana no ko for no free abrocho obi be siu be ju esika bibre because what tell you call the president so sorry for
also be am tia na tia
so sorry na
so sorry
and then
na
dem we clear fi do be na you say
e do mo modern na mo friend ma me na fi ye twetwe komo very very poor
ko ba bia
very
dem say so are there na expensive Ghana expensive compared to other African countries data any cost expensive meanwhile service on provider no and match cost no analysis kana omo charge here no they really need to improve anya bibia o sanity here una kasa chika krebe so katna sa
back yes who didn't go so kat
yeah the important interview to say we bibia so be friend bio ba na e clear be kakra na mo kasa so na san
okay my young say
what I do know I want you say okay say Ghana you bon pass we there bitimi a check kakra
okay my young say sign endana hello Mr. President metunka achi na ni telecos ne kuntoka wa hano okay na bia jo so pa e da se pa se unya time e de mayen na ye wo sa question no so say o rapid o rise in African football no as I rapid o compare Ghana yenso ye de na as we no wo soro chewe and now we'll develop a point.
Okay, it depends on who you're talking to, and that's how much the person is following every kind of football. But before we were organizing, let me see it my way. The sense you're going to have every president of Ghana. I will not be recognized by my colleagues. Now, they have bad work and work hard. They call it a waffle.
President, am I feedback? Am I problems? Nah, I never get fache pa. Confuse or throw other line. Being the youngest, binya was our line as well. Now, and not very clearer. Yes, pa. Okay, yeah, that's pa. Okay, what I say the am I line we higher into no. Young modern coffee, young friend other line no. Na yeah, shake.
Mama make another number.
Okay, Andy no more. You from nam na.
So on fresh number no.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So I need there.
Very clear camera.
Okay. About for the questions about for questions wa me busa ni nyina ma don't worry. Mama ha mo kra ni nyina no. Me de betu nanim na we ya no. Ede ama yen.
So mama the second number.
Okay.
So anje ya no mama third number.
Okay. Andy Cam. Yeah. And your questions I bebusa president pa. Yeah. Your questions I bebusa no. Na ye den aso a akoya de bie pa e wo wafu eni kaf eni munyama ode abre Ghana no ye bona baso ho pa na fe na niso ade hunu ema ye kaf eni Ghana football eni nsema hodo pi ye beba club level ye ba premier ye beba division 1 ni ma football colts ni ade nyina no emrebe ma ebe wura ni nyina emu enso ewa ha mo bia nyina fidi emfa in free ha Kessben television Kessben 3.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 121 okay and again means I'm wrong yeah train say ni CAF FA president and a CAF second vice president ebetwa and come to train no eso no ono dia na wo hope say FA ebe ka ho nsem kakra e wo ye football imu president na wo wani hwe
the downgrade of our local football
yeah
because what they ask na ebe boy no na discuss say gate fee 50 cedis na obia heart for no e the message ba say yentete so
yeah
but you know in just 2022 presidential cap Ewa Accra Sports Stadium Kotokone House of Folk. Ni 20 cities. Oh, Popular Stand. 3 years in you. You're born on 4th March 2022. Now you're Popular Stand, 20 cities. So 3 years down the line, can you 50 cities? Can you born it? But again, the confidence level of fans no Mobile Stadium. That is not to blame him for the downgrade of Fast Folk or Kotoko. But the confidence of fans or your local league in Museni City. Into one, may penny take on if you saw by 6 years now, the level of how you read the local league. Again, in last 2 years, our Congress, our KNUST. Again, President Ekachre say 2 problems.
Okay, yeah, but modern say lines no bit me aye adwuma ye na fi. Yene FA President atwa onkomotwetwe no eso ye hwese line we ebetimi aboa ye ya. Hello Mr. President.
Hello.
Hey, we dem say pa.
We are home.
We ye yentoa so ye da se pa.
Okay, let me can say recognition na ye nya e wo wafo any calf no. It didn't come by fluke. It's as a result of Ejuma Yaye Ewo Kromha. The Ejuma Yaye Ewo Kromha no is being recognized by our colleagues in the sub-region and on the African continent. It also relies heavily on also individual your interhuman relationship. And to say Ghana football for APK president are all good human relationship are. It shows wherever he goes. For which reason he's loved by his people. And therefore, when such opportunities come, all the variables come into play, not allow opportunity to be considered. And the bottom line is, sometimes the intangibles are not appreciated, but and it's just a passage of time. The intangibles will lead us into a sustainable football ecosystem. Which Ghana needs.
Minim sana education na nko bontin bebre ana ye ne yenchire na mo na momfa modwuma mo ye no antudwa pia me ma time kakra bi usi ye adwuma Mr. President e dey poti pa na afi no obe president no mo ya ese Ghana fo ehu de mo ye no na omo recognize yes
we say make I'm sure be in 1 week
and na kra.
But okay, yes. With a message of fixing the fundamentals. So okay,
yes,
at the time, the game no not sebi not ya stop game no Ghana hanum. Now the game no go through a lot of challenges, and no like this committee try say very vital. After your elections, and then my home to me say you revive the game no. Now, at the time I take your office. Na coach football, a jaibo. And I may use Volta region as a case study. Say at a point in time, Volta region now hope and a normal coach. And then offer phone now for Volta region for 22 districts in Volta region on coach football. You reintroduce you for me the most important aspect of your game, coach football. Now we have not only introduced coach football for Mbemba. Yes, I introduce you for Emma. And then Oko some parts of the country. Because you're rolling it out step by step. Oko northern region. Oko Greater Accra. Oko Born region. Emma airball ball at age 15 in an organized setting. Codes for Emma. Which was never the case. Okay, in the coach football, you're the bar back. Kenya KGL invested $1 million over 5 years to support coast football in all the regions and at the national level, the KGL Championship. At the regional level, you top trophies, you top medals, Emma, all the champions in the regions. I see the best winners, no cash prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis, you footballs, you jerseys for the winners, coast football. You revival coast football across the country. Now, the FA is also working with FIFA introduce what we call the FIFA Talent Identification Project. You identify boys and girls at a very tender age. You train them using the DNA, and the very best of them go into our academy. The academy, 3 academies in Ghana, Upper East with Big Boss Secondary School, in the South, Timothy Secondary School, and the Middle Belt, Prempeh Secondary School. They're GFA owned academies. Some of these academies, boys and girls, will find themselves into the national U15, and now U16, now U17 national teams. Now, say we are your U15 national team, Echo Malta on a training tour, and Bemano Echo Israel on a training tour. Back no, competing in the African Schools Championship, and Bemano educated, and Bano a winning championship. Now, beyond the academies, any national team, we are forming national team for every age category, U15 up to U23, and A national teams to ensure a natural and seamless progression of talents from U15 up to the A national team. Think about it. Now, beyond this, again, we are introducing a lot more youth tournaments, be it at the district level and at national level. At the national level, U15 Boys and Girls Championship, U17 Boys and Girls Championship. I feel so yes, I will introduce U19 Elite Championship for super talents from the second division only. A national championship I will introduce So you can just imagine all these talents will fit into the age specific national teams, and women gradually will go into the A national teams. And then U15, you are pre-con any kuku danso and a handle. U16, Neo Dati Lamte. U17 performance, you see. Women contributing towards the development of Kwadawe. Over your competitions now. You're running your competition 5 consecutive seasons without interruption. Without any interruption. You're aligning your domestic calendar with mainland Europe, which has always been a dodging. To say the starting leagues, no, August, September, May, June, then the off-season tournaments, and then the season starts to be. They introduce you electronic player license. They say no, Obi and Tukwan from Timbuktu, Emba, and Kai, and from Upper East Emba and Kai, so by Jenny player license card. No, they are in digital. Until player license, no, they are my friend registration card. No, it will be a phone, so it be a tablet, so for the copaka and one. Inspection may take place, not place neighbor. So most of these things you think say you're friend intangibles. People don't see, but these are the key need areas need here attention for our game to be what it's supposed to be. Now, Osha Premier League, Division 1 League, and my Premier League. I'm my Premier Division 1 League, any example. Share the level of financial injection into your Division 1 League by the FA. Share number and a quantum of investment into your MR Premier League. Share Division 1 League and you share every fees in every club. Because another network so say in total no Afibia GFA is spending 7.5 million Ghana cedis on match officials alone. FNHR, FNAFA Sakano. In the time past now, I can say clubs and Obutia Sakano. But GFA, under the current ESCO, they absorb the total cost of match fees, officiating fees for match officials across board 7.5 million Ghana cedis a year. This includes our contribution towards referee fees at the regional level. What I say? Into the quantum of investment, Yema buses for our clubs, Yema jerseys for our clubs, Yema football boots to our clubs, Yema footballs to our clubs. These are all interjections to help our clubs to save money. This is creating wealth for our clubs. So when they save money, because Yama supporting Yano, they can then apply the saved money in other areas, in other need areas of the club operations. Because and the bus you're saying, and the jerseys you're saying, and the category grade A football boots you're saying, footballs you're saying. These are all cost lines are your contribution a cancel from the budget of clubs.
Oh, okay.
Afia yenya a lot of partners for your league. You see, Gay in clubs in Fadina. The club biano, opposite, open two matches. Scabi biano, Eldia. Sunday Abbey, club ya, any house of folk. Scabia has berries, a house for scar.
Yeah.
Yes, in cow. What I say?
Yeah.
There are a lot of interjections. You're really out. A boy, a clubs no. Share Emma Premier League. Share Emma Premier League. I mean, I'm not in doubt. Say we have to do more because maybe I mean who potential of Ghana football you do all yet, and it tells me and it only encourages me. Say we have to work extra to bring the leagues to the level you first say you do. But we are in the right way. And Osha support now clubs in Emma FA. It's just a matter of time. The Americans will be say, look, let's be positive. GPL no and Penewo, WPL and Penewo, DOL and one. These are our entertainment outlines, and we need to be positive towards them and support them and allow them to grow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, about national teams, no performance, no. So, but before, say, President, what ball? Division 1 and football. Sika, mudi ewurem ni ade o kan bases any so nsem. Mami Musa. Eka mo ball evo Division 1 no titru. Because sika eko teams no nsem. Because yenim Access Bank omo and sponsor Division 1. Sika ko teams ni nsem wana.
And see, okay, so it depends what you call money. What is called teams in some?
Teams in some, yes.
It's just direct cash.
Cash, yes.
Cash, okay. Yes, so the economies be so be another definition for that. However, remember the way I define it. Through Access Bank partnership, each Division 1 club are entitled to 80,000 Ghana cedis per season. 80,000 Ghana cedis per season. Apart from that, you absorb or more officiating fees, which is 56,000 Ghana cedis a year per club. Yeah. FNA absorb for Division 1.
Okay.
And yes, I plan now, and can say club here in bottom scar each year.
Yeah.
Apart from that, each club football boots grade 1 from Puma.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I say club want to be a tough football boot money players. Can say boots no airport are here clear. Footballs also airport are here clear. Each club so footballs every season. When you know whether it's direct cash or indirect cash, cash through the boy clubs Buses are their mom and your mom buses they will have to invest their personal money to buy those buses. Buses are either RFE and can you invest in those buses and RFEs almost buses to do their work, pickups. What I say, also your contribution towards referee payments at the regional level. Is towards those various bodies of the FNO to save money to reapply same to other operational need areas.
Okay.
And
the one who say no, na esa mo cash ankasa in addition to say na.
That's all
many Division 1 teams no.
Division 1.
Esa mo cash in addition to nema mo kan nyina.
80,000 Ghana cedis each.
Enti omonsaka.
Omonsaka akabi.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
President,
just like Premier League, so also 60,000 Ghana cedis cash each. Also
Monsakabi.
Yes.
Okay. Okoka bus asem say eno so boa ema omo activities no ekoso kama de ma omo. Ebinim complain buses no ma shase yusu. Oh yeah, tete say buses no kra no omo ntimi yusu.
Ya donate back amano. They use bus no.
O yusu say.
Club bia yusu from day 1. Club bia yusu.
Oh, until they tete
no I donate my clubs no omo yusu. clubs no one more Ghana ha. One more need Timbuktu. One more need Burkina Faso. One more Ghana ha. So you get to know. Obia used to the bus.
Wow.
So, yeah, what decided to say over party bus.
Oh, okay. Antino, registration near the Union Obia a year de kama boko.
Bus be a new yen register. Obia Beka say yen register bus biano and yen correct.
Now the Antina Abdul Salam on say on one day different and also registered and who's the papers ground in Sankai. How true is that?
Okay, until me far with video so I catch the Ganya say buses now as a crowd, you crowd 13 buses.
Yeah.
And 9. Obia Beka said 9 or 1. 9 buses and Yediama Division 1 clubs, just like I promised at Congress in Kumasi. 9 buses include New Edibiasi bus. New Edibiasi on bus and Yedamom. 9 buses in Yano, FN and a register my clubs. Initially, the next class and register. A big complaint on Moniska in a delay registration. FN decided to say, the very summer clubs Nina have been registered.
Wow. President, all the
13 buses have been registered. 13 buses have been registered. There's no issue about registration, baby.
Oh, okay. I see. Issue
Emma 4 buses and so on.
See. Now issue banner one Abdul Salam bus no issue banner one.
Issue be anyone.
As was in the papers ground in Sanka and Paya cry and then the Kasai.
No, Sebu. Now said dear or the bus and mount or no or the papers the mount. Or no be contacting for papers.
I any contacting say assembly of one.
Entity net donate bus no.
Yes.
Entity now are registered bus no. So entity now is all contacting for papers.
Okay.
And your radio partner, me boy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So paper beer regarding the picture of the bus or ethical study. Say club no bar, na the other amount. Okay.
Entino
again me repeat it. Say 13 buses now FA imports in Yano have been registered and all the documents are with the FA.
I see. Okay, yeah, that's a powerful explanation, Mr. President. Now, your referees no swear. That be a mudia bobosa into your mocha and 21 weeks in this number of weeks into your mocha. And say I'm glad they be cry say from who concern. The aba say no crow rest of the games no need till see what you mocha. And no swear.
Okay, and quite woman say ampa the match of any referees, the match officials, eka. That is the truth. We do owe match officials some outstanding bonuses and allowances.
The president has a dose no do ana.
Now, the truth a woman say, and I've said this at Congress, say I always and I want to be remembered for my honesty as a leader of football, our country. Now, referee Bia or affiliated to FA, which we called GFA referees, have been briefed on the status quo. What does that mean? You admit to say we owe referees because of circumstances beyond us, but we have also promised say we are working overtime to get the allowances settled. Now, a year ago, by this time, payment was on time. A year ago, by this time, the FA was on point with payment.
Okay.
But I see start times at the $950,000. Sebi, when GFA operations are $950,000 is a lot of money.
Okay.
And that has hugely and adversely affected FA operations, including payments to bodies like match officials. And see, a year per se, you be withholding their payments. Debbie. Even last week, Mr. called STC. I could re-energize the relation we have with STC.
Okay.
So that our match officials will travel in comfort. what I say. Match officials, you're more free uniforms for the season. Tembiano, you try say you be reduce cost lines no, so that they'll put more money in their pockets. In fact, even at the beginning, we can say referees every week. One can buy almost say derby. Yeah, no, 5 match days. You 5 match days, 5 match days, 5 match days. That should tell you, say, the FNO is very, very committed towards match officials. And you be didn't want to grow. For which reason, even when we have challenges, we go out of the box to try say Ibitia. And indeed, Ibitia. It is not your strategy say you be withholding on payments. And then to go back to initial winner, there's no group called concerned referees, whatever. There's no group. There's no group. The referees who are part of the FA are very respectful. They know, say, we are very honest with them and will be honest to them at all times. Say, Papa Mo, will be honest to them. There's no place in our space for a group called concerned referees. No,
the president, almost statements on Oman for copy of my FE.
They don't exist. Rachel Junior say your company be what call concerned referees. Now, can I know any referees pay? My commissions count.
Okay. Don't be bad. No crowd man who the being Kansas. Don't be bad. The Bian Sassie no Bian sign and a buy. Inti na kakra say concern for you na ye some the copy aba maso munim omo operations are.
There be minimum crowd. I
see. Now when you bia so say referees and the unim omo no omo the threat bia babontin say man fasika na ma omo handle matches na aka.
The referees are omni FAI Jumano will never do that. Never.
Oh, okay.
Because let me take care from the beginning. We've been honest to them throughout the journey. Say, yeah, you better catch them, and yeah, you better catch them. And this one, we are in the peculiar circumstances. We say a year ago by this time, hey, check it in the other.
In the present assurance, Ben Adema Omo, I can 4 games now. Season no abaye for GPL no, and I've a match commission. Minimum assurance, Ben Adema Omo refugee.
Okay, so already know your trust between your referees and your FAR. There is trust, and there's trust of delivery. Medical Ajatum say Ediomuka. The Council say we are moving the stones, the big blocks to ensure say we secure the needed funding to clear the outstandings.
Oh, okay. Mr. President, national teams, especially the Black Stars, are not performing too well. Meaning, they are now going forward.
I think performance at the international stage.
Yeah.
Responsibility. FA responsibility. Players' responsibility. Coaches' responsibility. Media for Ghana for responsibility. On our part, I think continue with the revival of the team. The team no echo so low in the AFCON qualification. We've gone past that stage. We've put that story behind us. It's only when we stay together and bring back the spirit of the team in a team which may win. When we made the appeal for Ghana to come back to the team, God willing, and Nyamiadom, Ghanaians listen to us and show their support in the days leading to your games now about during the last window, Chad and Madagascar. At the end, boys and so I think you continue on that pathway to be positive and to create a positive atmosphere around the team and for the team. That's the only, because at the end of the day, Blasters and one Blasters are any another Blasters. And see a year, and I believe you share BB from the year during the qualification stage of the AFCON qualifiers. and we learned big lessons, and those lessons I learned, every boy going forward.
As a GFA president, Kwabe na Faswa balance the national football priorities and the continental responsibilities. In other words, will impact our Ghana football. So a new role here when you are Africa.
Madam Fubi say, any better. But I think say with the support of Ghana for no. To me, I am Ijuma, so that the Ghanaian football industry ends suffer. But rather, no, Ghanaian football no, they are utmost beneficiary. Maybe I can say, Ijuma yeah with coast football, Emma Meniki Papa Pay. Ijuma yeah with Emma football, Emma Meniki Papa Pay. The full implementation of the women football strategy, led by Asantua the Fearless, Emma Meniki. The Juma with Division 1 football and also Division 1, the gap between Premier League and Division 1, we don't say a close up. Because of the strategic interventions now, but people don't see. Should the AC, FA Cup, the AC, the performance of Division 1 league clubs in the country. It tells you, say, with more investment, we don't say gap never close. Your quality, don't forget, say, Fatao Isahaku about Blasters when he was a Division 1 league player. Division 1, no, stay fast. That was the time of Fatao about Blasters. And it happened during our time. To tell you, say, Gabon, a close up. And see, more investment in our domestic leagues, more competitions in our domestic leagues, more capacity building within the football space. And we are very committed towards this cause.
And the brother people say, assessment, 6 years in office of the state of your football, no, or memoir. What can you say?
I think we have made strategic progress. I think we've ticked a lot of boxes, a lot of which are intangible. I think we've received good support from Ghanaians. Given what we all know, where we found football, where we met football, and where we want to take football, there's still a lot of work to be done, and we are very, very committed towards delivering on promise.
Okay. The new sports minister, Mr. Kofi Adams, or shall I say to two blues, I don't know. Only the relationship, say Ghana football and the sports ministry under Kofi Adams. It is saying, say.
The Kakame can say, personally, no, we were a very good human relationship. Ora Fedachi, he's been working with me for years. Between Edwin Dance, I have a good working relationship with him and with everybody. If you cast your mind back, Ora Kofi Adams, a third sports minister in the Ejuma. Ora Isiama, Ora Mustafa, and Kofi Adams. We know Obia any problem. Obia respecting his space. And Obia respecting no. And so far, to answer your question directly, no. We need Ora Kofi Adams have a good relationship. He represents the government. I represent the football ecosystem. He respects his space, and we are all committed towards the growth of football. Okay.
Okay. Now, only media, no so at the same media, any fans, no. Only more at the same more relationship.
Media,
I know Tio some Nibiana.
Okay.
The only media, no any fans, no social media. Almost to Japa. I wish a hokra. And some will be offer. Only media, any fans.
Media, media, Mebusia. And the can say once Obian Twin J me certificate from Ghana Institute of Journalism and no, I'm still a media person. And therefore I'll always wine and dine with my media colleagues. they are always me demanding say, yeah, let's be fair in our reportage, and let's be positive in our determination to grow sports in our country. I think that's all. Beyond that, I think back home, fighting for a common cause. Football and sports, and sports and football and we are all working towards the same direction.
Oh, okay. Into what treat in Zambia now can Zambia social media.
That's and sometimes they are especially when people lie and when people defame. And they can say criticize because me I defend many mistakes, but I don't want you to lie about me because I have an image to protect, and I don't want you to defame me. Of course, I lie in their main franchise. Okay, someone there have to be honest, because when you are defaming me, you don't think about me. When you are lying about me, you don't think about me. So when I have to defend myself from the lies and defamation, I'll think about myself.
Oh, okay. This will be a quiet side. Nanya de audio number channel. Within the family.
Oh, David. Oh, David. Name franchise.
It's bribery, corruption near the betting since last season na apejapa. This season and saying say na beka fa ho sans a league no.
I think say sensema without we having a firm grip of it. However, one more escono omunim Nyama and then she said, yeah, towards Kessben, and we've been working quietly with the security agencies on same, and I think say this is I think say it's been quite minimal in that perspective, and we'll continue to work. FIFA also giving us the heads up on signals of Munya Nadade. You'll be surprised even though FIFA Obina Kana far away the system is so effective say they pick up the signals very early and they alert us and see and the best to say Muso Mumbo Hudero to help our game grow, because that's the only way to grow the game in our country.
Oh, okay. Mamusa we crowd na clubs no mo fami ho enche me kra me ka sponsorship ni ade omo bo GPL no riesa come di bebre omo bottom awe sponsorship ho sensem sika ben omo nya hwe me ka GPL clubs no
GPL,
yes and TV rights ni sa nema no so a big issue.
Yes, also me ka about Women's Premier League, which is sponsored by Access Bank, and the support has been there. Access Bank is supported Division 1 League, and so the support has been there. Unfortunately, like you already said, you need enough resources to fund the Premier League, and it's a big concern to my good self and to the ESCO. The good thing is clubs will keep them up to speed. And as much as it's been a very difficult period they worked closely with us, ensuring say you're running season very, very smoothly. Indeed, and yes, start time for $950,000 per year and would have solved some problems for our clubs. The little we did, we say my clubs take absolute control of gate proceeds. I know this is not enough, but in the next few days, you will make a very announcement, and I think it will bring some hope into the GPL.
Oh, okay. In the next few days, FAB announcement, the hope beba GPL. Me repeat your mouth. Now,
because when I've served and gone, I want our football club to remember me for my honesty.
Okay. 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 Now, 2023 Congress also KNUST. I'm say Okasa pa for officiating. Say level not to say we are impressed now.
I'm very happy. We're very happy about the act of refereeing in general in our country anymore. Now, when I say I'm very happy, it doesn't mean say we will not have challenges, because Oshe, the act of refereeing across the world, always top performances, and also games are referees any of the decisions right. There's no football establishment Rebecca say referees again a perfect in Ghana. I'll say our referees have done well. We had some top performances. There are some performances that have not been good enough, and they are always reprimanded. The desire is to offer continuous education, continuous training for our match officials, so that on performance no ever.
Oh, okay. President, what who say after Pole incident no ne nhisa hodo a efe no ede etu dwa no ede mpuntu obi aba ball a yehwe no mu na fe hooliganism ne ade na adokoro ye league no say who say improve ana.
In fact, I mean answer question before Pole na hooliganism Ghana for na akos for pa before Pole. Now, hooliganism rate or Ghana football are declining drastically.
Yeah.
Pole incident, raising big awareness. And even though we lost a soul, I can't the push for us to clear hooliganism totally from our system. What I say. And in saying this, I will encourage the police not to renege forth at bringing Aquana and whoever caused that attack on Pole into justice.
Okay.
I think the fight for Pole must continue. The fight to kick hooliganism out of our game must continue.
Ebinum sinka enfia mienu na aka no ombehu na Ghana reps ewo CAF no atimi bibia timesi ama akaka krabi say ye nuru hokra 2-2 slot no nanka wa ye hu bibi pa
say I don't know your criteria and my teams qualify to the competition.
Yeah.
Media money dreams about Muhammad Papa. Your bomb say actually whichever club ever qualify so they go about Muhammad close the gap to get the needed point for us to get our 2 extra slots.
Okay. Kumasi Asante Kotokone Accra Hearts of Oak omo impact ewo Ghana football growth muno. Minimum them say hello. All right. Mreno Eko, Mrenoko. In some super brave, and there's any CAF president. CAF second vice president, Eddie Nkomo. Na me interested bit me na. Oh, na ya to asu nesaria. Kofi.
Yeah.
Egusunge no bobo so some yes.
Mataka no more most times, especially areas I enter and feeling share. We say Ghana say pay Black Stars and you every time behind the focus and attention now blast lose so much. GF and Katekuru say, but so amount no more the FIFA talent identification, the women's football growth in terms of this current test score have formed a national team for almost all the age category. Under U15, U16, U17, U19, U18, up to under 23. So, Nina comes at a cost. Only you need to be funding all these national. Nina Krana, what the budget committee should come with. This is the one ball, major competitions, and no, and now all the choir, but I can't put all the budget conquer. Nina being funded by the Ghana Football Association, initial funding from the Ghana Football Association.
Okay,
so a lot goes into sound no more when
All right. I'm saying line no air drink kakra.
Yes.
Me cover commercials kakra bi aba. Okay. Okay. And the first one answer no makwaba.
So can be important. You see, our last sponsorship of the GPL no from Start Times agreement no kwai. What they are offering no, Joe, SFM. Do baby crumple there. Some of us near catch a president. I mean, engine is sad because in the we could be a new order. Then they come up with different idea as have a chichiri ye kra sebi offer no answer enyehu as if say omanya ye na on omo ya de omo pe starters na make you when they came with the second offer, I told the Castle Yanji because the clubs needed money. It be a scaniswa as compared to the expired agreement. But I feel almost had the different clauses about some of them mean customer something. So from the previous agreement, they owe $900,000. Into those period, no, a normal size can say bar as a GFA nunca elbitia for the clubs no. GFA was compelled to say we other fans. Now the two are no money. But what I'm saying, God, our money had been paid. God says can be two no money. So they face all for this cover from. Now the two are no money. And then never do baby do ya. Referees are covered 20 weeks.
It's serious.
But
why show Montienre?
Oh yes, we discussed this.
That's no show Division 1 for no and so. But some back when I'm pa and the crimes are also one. Or say basis no. Oma register my class.
But why have been registered after be?
Into be because a man a bassa. Yent mean register because of changes or taxes numbers. Name one in now. Sending in no.
Let's answer now. Or more trust as we and some do court. Now, if indeed, some maybe to is my changing car charges number. Now, who could trust my chase can maybe to do a court. I just say, no, all the buses have been registered. That one I can't.
Buses are registered.
Yeah, buses are registered.
But it's still in the system, say, almost say, I want to be in use because I want to be registered.
Now, why fault you, This
is serious. This is serious. Now, Dientina, one because what done for. Abdul Salam, they are not a person crying for man.
This one called J. Madame for no. They said a band or
no more buses in one for papers and count.
No, said
that's why I'll continue later.
No, sir, but when presenting buses more, but they said, a presenting pickup, Emma, before.
Yeah.
The buses were procured by the Ghana Football Association, same as these pickups. No, most times, no, so entity to be more, car papers no one more, a year normal, sometimes even a friend's insurance no money now. But in this case, the FA was in the process no more register buses. So the buses were given to them. We no go through the process to register the bus. No, register we no. On more 77 predators. Omo pe omudia no. Omo kwa kwaji omudia.
Okay.
Ne bi munkoye. Yes, Yakubu the last time I spoke to him about the bus, I said bus na say. But Sebio say me charge dey be 20 mile. Now wo dey no per the usage so be say you should wo dey kokose. And say e so obi ade affect obi ade na so obi ade so yes sir. So autumn jana sinti my friend
okay
Absalam and we see no muntu na mom say omo ko GFA so omo ko je bus no.
Wow.
Omo de mama
okay.
A
few questions, but time no kwa na communion and 5 hours. We don't know.
Concerned Referees Association of Ghana. We want to know them because let know much I saw a copy. Even the signature could be a dino. What I say?
No, me FA no copy.
No, now discuss with the general secretary.
Also be behind mine.
I know. So when sir, you know, or much short to say in Facebook. Then so obi a dino for me to contact the person class on any negotiation.
Wow.
You come from the telephone number. Na your friend back on no.
All right, you everybody about beto so buses no bo no say the car pickups no ebo no. Nanka me pese me busa no ho asem nanka ode no so tudwa. Say buses na dey ma class because car pickups no nyina abo in dollars. But say intimi enya no ebiem. Nsem no Andy. Every president what nsem na how nyina fa every no wa address ni nyina ma na some of them. Mienu pe dia he na ese nka o kan wasma wanka
o jino se bebre
dia
one corruption in our football
o se me busa no wasa busa no wasa mane kan dia biom no wa sorry ko
o do kan ni say o say
no dia biom bia na satan no wa sorry o kan ni nyina busa ni nyina mane kan wasa
an elevation or kan about me one convince me
sir okay
we are elevation as compared to your football no decline o chirimba
one convince you. Okay. All right. Okay,
so convincing me a different matter. But as you say,
one can
about it there. Yes. Okay. Because on corruption, no, okay, clearly. So this season, we can cry about from. But the other thing is, FIFA, DFA, ni FIFA contact here, FIFA, Airboy, GFA also had to fight, sir, betting in normal money. The president spoke about it.
And maybe the answer that I'm looking for is clearly different from yours. Because a situation whereby a club will say, so I'm coach a cotton match, right? A situation whereby RTU players will say, Martin, young Kobo because you're the cat. Now you have 4 different teams at Kobo. All those discussions, those are the answers are not made.
No, but RTU was punished. If you know there are regulations, the obey if the thing is prescribed in the regulations or statute of the FA and they are applicable, the end written unprescribable punishment for it, and then the FA will take it up from a different angle. but they be a because of Ghana across sanity all crime be a ya trust a crime we know we say ya who punishment no nya ko dipe court the sa punishment na e work constitution no ono say in criminal code no no ene ne de be ma wo the enemy no na be handle no based on say the who see pen but you was duly punished and as one
two things from out one they were punished, one they were not punished
back here then
say back na make so coach akoton match no and obian punish
yeah me to be honest with you, I saying this for the first time match then no
friend that was discussed here maybe you were not around
match then yeah
mama ni dwamra me ba ye beba na ye ba beto so Ghana Football Association president some me say that shock me kra ne basis ne nsem na
e bia ni o
come on
say register basis
what as I for the first time
yes I'm hearing it for the first time
papa you have been registered
I'm hearing
clubs if you have paper
I shock one and surprise you.
So on register.
So unim say register. Yes.
But say on register. Everything in Ghana is possible and shocking me.
And shocking. To what you say be anya no kre.
Say there be no. That is not what I'm saying.
Now
but say I register there, you know why should I be shocked?
Also register ni nyina ma omo.
See and surprise me Ghana na yeho.
But it was all over say register basis.
Yes.
Because almost chances numbers no one must say
yes.
I want to customs cry a problem.
Yes.
They ni nyina say
the documents ba nyina be try.
It's not true.
Oh my God. In design ni nyina if you not register basis no. It was all over social media. Basin media.
But there's almost they never reacted to that.
No, they reacted. FA to the sense say they do for crowd in conform trust and crowd
no the can say ya register basis nyina ma teams ni the more can enya no kre busa teams ni say register basis ni for
have you asked somebody and you busa friends where you are no
just before we came
nobody has asked me
anybody go hire na uni ha
all right Andy mekwaba na o other side ni na onsam ebebremo
obi bi say fan narrow we himfa
narrow kwabuchi
narrow okwabuchi you know me say narrow ajeti ajo musi anya we mu ngofumbu ye narrow busuan
ya
ati yuki
ya omo nyina ya
British school abuchi nti o mo akakra ko na busuan fo nti Dr. Frank Narrow okokosra na ire ne ma e wa abuchi
obesa geography bia no eso okobe 3-4 times
obesa ba ha
narrow no krata nyina ombeji
abuchi krata akra odabro bia ne sa nso te ya adwuma ofo jajo mu yeti
aye enti akwami we not otizo so se hwan de ni ko ba bio
andi te wakwa America ba se se papa otuwe
bia suma no na yiwa film okay enti yanko na yanko dija kakra emra the last time who narrow no mo de te kudu obi so a omo de no minim so omo de ko jiska duro bi so de be abrucho ya kudu obi so no tisu di
bi o te na ben ka kam se pen scholar crack
ko fo bi na edeneko ni ma je
no mo de nam omo Ebi amuni ti no kazo fi Tanzania.
Omo vida bo de ti no mo de ko.
Ebi amuni ti no kazo fi Tanzania nti. You say etre tu ni just kedru.
Okay. Because it is I.
Nyamiadum Sergio.
Semen Seba. Yes, ma yini nkomo kakra.
Ara Sergio mena. Try enya hwehwemu e wose ye na ye gina hwehwemu no so result e benya no a be che yare kra wanya pempen so be na yare na kodu na mpodie na kofa bae ye gina so de watso bidro kroje so asa 24 se na be ya yare no kwa ensa emba biem enti wo ban hwehwemu bia e wose ye no ye enti ne kan say diagnosis before treatment oba na wo kan wasem che doctors na umoja na ya ma collab no ma twen no mo de akwa fidie ma na lab no ma hwehwem se odwonso ani age akollab na fidie ni ahwehwem scan and you see etwa ye betwa ahwede ye koso nipaduanim x-ray ne hia se hwehwemu bia wase ye ne de ye beye na no no ma ehu how ne wi a ye hu adura ye de mawa ene advice na futu ye de mawa ebetimi aboa no ntina ma dansidie no kwa na ekoso e wo semense ba clinic ti de hia ne se onso beba e ma waba mu mbu fa yare ne bra ya mbo yare ne so a enkyese ntu na monte entwen emia mbo yare no so ansa di tambia ye kasa ye mre ne ntia eno ntina hwehwemu no ho no ti wo de wo how ba na yatimi agina so ahwehwem na ya ma waduro na won so adanside abeye wodia na semense mpanifo nso dwen ho na ya mapomuden eye ye botaya na se de ma ye pese ye de boa Ghana ne amansa nyina nyina no semense ba clinic mpanifo ayan hyehyɛ ya ye ba be free health screening aboa amansa nyina free health screening bra yen test ahodo bebre emfa ncha okwa test anka ba betua sika ebi okross mi sika nso ne ade sa ne mani nyina no ye se bra ye be ni free ede amount na ebekoso eye bosome ochena ya ye 1st May na ese wura bosome fufrom nti on the 12th of May eye bosome ya ye ba be wura mu no ne na etoso dumienu on the 12th ni dumiensa on the 13th and at the chat on the 14th do na Monday Tuesday and on Wednesday. Tisa na mfua mensen 3 days yi na ye siwa ye dey free hair screening e dey ama mansen nyina. Say unima date no on the 11th of May no Sunday no Mother's Day. Tia no ye gina so e dey san hye we aboa mansen nyina nti duru a ba bibia wo bia na ya homboa say on the 12th, on the 13th and on the 14th of May no obeba ama yetimi eden aboa oba registration na obe just 20 cedis. Me pachetie ni manka say 200 cedis 20 cedis a ye de top an nko ano o de be sa registration na ya yes test ahodo nyina ye be check your pressure amount for free ye be show sugar na se ye be wo nsa no a show sugar amount eno so ye free ye be show jonso e the amount urine test eno so ye free ye be twa scan enso the amount eno so ye free sa ne ma wodo amaka nyina ye free card bi anim oba abeka abehu doctor so aka honsem nti akasa consultation fee na and a normal circumstance okọ hospital a obeje card actual consultation fee ansa na waban ni nyina say free ti enye so be test ne keke nemum obesan buy doctor so abeka wasem ti sane ma nyina say free registration 20 cedis per na we umpewe na opeden na yom say ka free screening dia eya na nro nsem nka ho ya ye test na ma free no ye hu problem na wie no nro wa say ye de ma a ebeboa ama yare na kono and dia hombo kakra wo ho no na wo dia to aduru na wakwa akono na bibia aye kama e dia ma mo stroke any other yare mu hia physio no so be free eno so ye nju ska bia ni nyina eba so wo semense ba clinic e okumase asokore mampon on the 12th of May, on the 13th and on the 14th yeah dwada eba eso na wotwe and the best start me patcha registration no so e start ya na ye enye so ba be ya to day na wo ba no register next for no register wa no ma de wo abrand doctors no na sa ne ma nyina eden akoso kama enti fa numbers no abra e good screen as so hwe TV na numbers no good screen as fa na start free open cheche mu bia na yare bia pese wo ne yedi hu nkomo no ofra ye betie wasem ana se wutie radio nso a 0530 123 996 0530 123 996 ye okumase asokore mampom free health screening ye din komo so kakra ba sima mienu ntem efa mema yare bi eta eha mema yepa na yare a eta ha mema bebre a ye kan say prostate problems and asa chimato awodo a etimi ba bema ye prostate ho ye di san komo we dia na ye mema nkomo na ye di because sebe ema any prostate ya de a mema nko na ye wo na ye chimato na yare awodo bebre a etimi ba ho especially abra wo nyini kono o hwe age timeline so free 40 years kono and as achimato no na how anayare ahodo no etimi ba ye prostate ho prostate ni ade a ehye ya ase 7 period adwunsotwa no ase enebo na no ni dwumade edi ni se eboa ema adwunsotwa no ebie esanso katwom se 7 dwunso de wa se adwunsotwa no bebie ama adwunso na famu a prostate no di sa adwuma no ene wie nso na akatwom na bibia aye kama enti ano chewo se prostate ni nya problem anu ntina ya na how bebre no eye adwunso mu nsem no because ni dwumade ba kwa edipa ebiem eno so ne produce adebe friend say seminal fluid ni nsuo a nipadua na say bema ho nsuo akwa na nkasa na womu na sperm no nsuo na eboa no manitimi sweme no eno na seminal fluid no eno so prostate no ene produce saade no ti dwumadie pa edipa no na eno na chimato ahodo bebre aye miensan edim tintima na eta eha ye prostate no de edikan de kan say prostate infection and say prostatitis de toso mienu BPH benign prostatic hyperplasia and I say in simple English terms no you can say prostate enlargement and at the chat so prostate cancer sekokram aba o prostate nim na yɛba prostate infection na prostatitis no and usually a infection ɛna ɛbam ɛmoa a ɛtumi ba sɛ bi adwunso twamu ana adwunsom ana sɛ namu yare ahodo bebree no ni nyinaa sɛ unya saa infection ni bi na sɛ kɔka prostate na sɛ kɔ affect prostate na ɛna ɛka sɛ wonya prostate infection nti ɛno no yɛ de di kan de tosom no ɛyɛ prostate enlargement no ɛno nso de bɛma bia unyina prostate no naturally ɛwɔ sɛ yɛ kɛseɛ na sɛ ne kɛseɛ no kodum pɛmpɛn so a affect odwunso nsɛm a ɛna ɛka sɛ abɛyɛ problem na sɛ abɛyɛ yare a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtu ho anamɔ ti ɛno nso yɛ prostate enlargement na kokra no de cancer bam ɛno no usually nneɛma bebree na timi kɔfa ba ebi wɔ okra nso yɛ hu ba bi efiri ba na sɛ kokra abam ɛna ɛka sɛ prostate cancer no na sɛ sa wonya sa problem so yi mu a oyɛ bɛma na wutimi adeɛ yɛ bi kra na wonim deɛ ɛna bɛba okɔkɔ ama hu sɛ membra semens na doctors no ɛnya me test nhwɛ sɛ bia manya prostate mu problem a ahyanso de ana symptoms sɛ ne ɛbɛka no brafo kasa no a ɛbɛda adi no ama hu no bebre na yɛ dwunso mu problems de di kan bi wo sɛ waya ɛyɛ lower abdominal pain usually when say junso ne dewa ɛna wotate saa yaw no ɛno ne yɛ adeɛ baako a betimi ada adi de ɛtɔsomenu ɛyɛ painful urination and as a dysuria junso yaw o junso be hu sɛ na ebi wa obema mu no kra ɔte yaw ɛno nso yɛ adeɛ baako de ɛtɔsomiensa ɛyɛ incomplete voiding that says say o junso a still wadwunso wie no still nyatin kam sɛ dwunso ni nyina nya den amba na sɛ bia kam ɛno nso yɛ adeɛ baako na ɛsan sɛ no ba ne sa na because sɛ dwunso ni bia mi na amba no kakra na dwunso twa na sa yɛ ma nti na wosan so nyatin kan sɛ opɛ sɛ odwunso ti kan sɛ frequent urge to pass urine and a frequent urination uhu saa de na kakra na dwunso de ɛno nso yɛ adeɛ baako ebiem bo sɛ odwunso a wo sɛ wo chim bebree ne kan sɛ strangely during urination wo chim ansa na dwunso na yɛden aba ka normal and normal way de odwunso a wo chim kakra bi anasa wo bi e wayi ananka eba ba we de obɛchim up check kakra ana obɛchim bebree ansa na dwunso na ba ɛno nso ɛyɛ ahyenso de baako ɛne efre bi sɛ dripping urine mo sɛ dwunso na ba wo sɛ ahoɔden bi yɛden ewom na we de sɛ ɛsoso ɛba ne sa ɛno nso kyerɛ sɛ problem bi aba wo prostate no ɛne ɛwɔ sɛ odwunso bebree anadwo bɛma bi a obɛdwunso 3 or more times na etoto aso echa ekyerɛ sɛ prostate no likely sɛ twemato bi eden aba ho ne kan sɛ nocturia nti wodwunso anka wadwunso baako mienu na eno ano no obudwunso saa na adwo de ankanya problem na ye miensa ena enum ana more than that na etoto aso a ekyerɛ sɛ eno so problem a wɔsɛ oba na yetimi eboa uhu saa nema we nyina ebo kokɔ sɛ wanhwɛ yie amba me anye nhwɛmu a ahwɛ prostate no problem no kosra edi swanso boni bebre be den edi ebebro ebi won so kra dwonso no de no anka ne ho a na sebe oya se no de ne ka ne se urinary incontinence timi pa cha se oye bema pani a wutie me na se sa ne ma boso nyina wo hu bia se men se bakra ne se bra na ye ntimi nya hwehwemu hu problem kra aba prostate no na ye ntimi fa ho to adro so wa ma ne sa ahwe yi a na ekwakodu pepe so agisi de rubber na catheter eto bemam eno so eba ne sa de wanhwe yi a na akwako wie nsem bebre e ma ne kodu san pempen so no bra se mo aya kokram so bamu na bi wa bo so odwunso na moja kra eden edi akiri eno so ye sign baako ti bra se men se bra ne yenye hwehwemu na ye ntwa scan hwe prostate size yenye PSA test e hwe de ekoso ye ma oduro na bibia to eden entwa emfama yare bia ha no de se ne medical kan no entwen se beba yare so diagnosis before treatment ye hwehwemu ye hu yare no ya ma ho aduro na wonso wonsa aka wa yare sa ebia na osanso opesa ofa number ni bi ma o hwe TV na hwe down ho screen no so egu ase utie radio no so 0530 123 996 0530 123 996 yo kumasi asokore mampon kai hu say on the 12th to on the 14th of May ye free screening so a was oba now so take advantage na obeye bi so free akra ba si wa tech junction bisa sokoro man poka ye be chew catch driver ni se won si wo semensa so ye obesi wo free numbers no de ho an se obe free na ye no adi nkomo nyame hye obi bia se dwo ye da
nyankopon enhira monso da bia se de meka na afi ayaresa bia ho ani patients no mo ba ho nyina no nyankopon enso mo yare ententem cements herbal. All right, Andy,
you know,
issues here and there. Yeah.
One good thing about President Asimo concerning the letter no and they say one share a woman so say omo try letter no omo ni omo and recognized body. But the most important thing now, and you're being recognized. The most important thing now is that you're what the business end of the Ghana Premier League. It's the business end of the Ghana Premier League, dear. We need to get a worthy winner. And you know, in our quest to get a worthy winner, what you need to do is to pay the referees. Yenki omuka. Na match na aka no munyanto boase no muni no kre. Omuni mane nyefe. Na fans nya confidence or referees mu. Enti enya about omotre let obi adi nchase obi sign obi sign.
So I assure you.
Yes.
So in the next few days.
Yes.
Beti asem de.
And it's a few days no so mo aka 2 matches. David.
Okay. Enti me concern is concerned referees no mutro sakrata. Okay? Omo say ye ntua kana omo ni matches no. Right?
Yeah.
And the matches so referees omo be release ya no. Okay, nti omo let no mutro no faso be na wo so. Faso bi amaso go me kan so omo boa.
Okay. And faso where also say Amadia president adia to so omo kan omo betu.
No, ba so onim so omo dom ka.
Yes, but omo so omo betu.
Ba so omo say omo amfa ma omo ni games no. Omo ntimi encourage.
That is the two sides of the coin. One, omo betimi edi. Because so omo pesi ehu omo and omo man nameless. But omo ba abonten no. The president is saying that ye betua. Ya dia tum se ye do omo ka ye betua. You know 20 weeks in as I'm get to.
Yes, I'm get to. Yeah.
20 weeks.
Okay.
And as I'm get
to. Was in the next few days no betia say.
Yes, but me agaza fine o zen ko bi sign also bi twa ne din gu ase e also obi nanim. But you know omo purpose of writing the letter no. Gradually omo achieve.
Okay, Mr. Champo.
Yeah.
Ebinom de omo de buy omo chese mo FF4 no. Mo allowances ne mo se per diem or whatever. Minim di amode frɛ no. Regular mo sakan de bia.
No.
Adenti na mo amaka
no. On media ka etim kam.
Ebitimi kam.
Yes. Football aspect is sanity. Football aspect is.
I say na fi no.
Ebi okram me me budget. Enya DF mpo bi am ye tumi ya ka fa adwuma. Wo da budget na mbae. Na opakro na wo de ne ka no na bia wo ka we say. So it's all over. Me to me official, me football official. Per virtue of them I'm classified as an official. So what I say, to many referee for any team could match or calf months, ne am I. But what I know,
among person more than the better two, or more than one.
Yeah, but
if coffee, you are no do ticket in a dinner, bro.
We see, we are
tickets who play now be free Kumasi, a concrete, a free cry, a hotel, the car be found, now a hotel, will be piano catered for.
You didn't hear,
men fan compare the cost.
We are moved from a place to this place. Calf, do baby craft first, do baby craft out to your hotel. We are not sending
to see
a do baby calf.
First,
we've all gone through that. Tibadi faces. A do baby look out now, who cater for way, you know. And to qua, we are not sending a mo to move to your indemnities now, or my refund, no damn.
Okay.
That's what I say. But point and reason, if you had President, a do baby, we propose a percent to your referees on weekly basis. Who could be an air
yeah.
Referees Nankasaba says, I almost cannot move on. But what I say, they will be suicide. Because back to be ubedi.
Yeah.
In the end, Yamboa no their mom, one their mom. So we've gone to stages. Because just go through stages.
Okay.
Yes, this is nobody's joy. Sebia Odi. But point to raise one, they say, and now much letter when GF president and I said GF always say we all referees and must pay. We've been discussing it.
Okay.
We've been discussing. I told you, say, in our meetings here discussing. So to the sense, say we're even ready just to accept proposal now. Start time to Diaba. So, but yeah, the clubs will be giving it to me a clear some of the debt if you only for them to reintroduce clauses. If you say so we had meetings with the clubs. President the Premier League clubs. They hold the meeting. We now rejected start time so far.
Well,
they rejected the start time so far.
Asamba kwa mpesa
I'm able to say be a jinano. Intenye letter mutual say concern one. We want to know the person the essay catching in so be tried about any negotiation. No nakasa. But don't you letter now is no name. Who are you obey only by negotiation? So we want to was Sabia, we want to was saying this cano a say this period. Manaka this period in 1. So he said that we faceless coward.
All right, Asamba kwa kind so some there are in the next few days. You better for GPL no. Sponsorship in some ɛna afei ɛyɛ TV nsɛnsɛm ɔsɛ a man of few days no ɔyɛ a man of honesty nti no yɛ gye na di ne ahwɛ in the next few days no nsɛm da ɛba GPL no mu nti mi mpɛ sɛ nim sɛ wonim adekɔ no menka sɛ ka because gye sɛ
president so wonim sɛ menka na wonim
okay baabi so ɛyɛ super clash no ɛba match sɛ a nanka ɛfi no mokyerɛ bibi kakra sɛ mo product na mo boa ma promotion no ekoso efe na is silent
yes
ewo sa matches no kotoko ne hatch of yente be free efe no
me no ya adwen pa I think that the competition department I'm say umada kakra so mo sorry
okay
so mo that sorry in time past no efe no getting involved in promoting the match and you require the product yes the president ombo we as can e be beka heart of folk for nenso so ye twemu tan a product of the Ghana Football Association to let her build it. And we're talking with them, let her build it. Niti, I say if you know, it taking up now or more promote 2 matches, and it said they now time pass near to me. You know, to create, brand and I penny level and I penny. You know, to push it that way.
All right, Kwame. Okay, my brother.
Yeah. BBI okay there.
BBI okay. Na say the city. This is a tour. Omo one cry. Na. Kessben TV, you could cry. Now you from a basso. So to say,
okay.
The Hana difficult say omo ebabaha. Yes. Yes. The American no moment could trunk and be now to me.
Yeah.
Moho kanyina mafa. Yes. Yes. Papa ria don't be bibia be ombeda. Enti ye pepe dan ya kotrankran. Na ya programs na in about 2 weeks work ra na.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Would be duru ona say joni hu a. Ona nka be hu say yes.
Oh hear me yeah. Nka wona na.
Yes.
Nka dey say no. Hey,
Andy,
come from
now to me in Accra. We are ready?
Me ever ready.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, Concran and Chakra was a super class in a tremor in a Yako.
Why, dear? Yako, super class in a tremor.
I'm ready. Sunday. And then Wednesday. And I too late.
Oh, that boy. Okay, next week, don't care.
Okay, yes. Now I bet you say in the crying to na papa. So no what now?
That's what
you bet no, not because coach was in hot na pa.
Ache the ref is it now.
Ache. Oh,
okay, come in.
Ghana time.
Whatever you call history yeah, go for.
Now the way Jack no di matem our platform.
Now odi watem papa.
This is Tanzania. I know Jack no matem. No am kemu dey na.
Akwa no ya.
No, when I was at Tikudos, me can't do. It's only the family table to me. No, Odi Mate.
So Tikudos also there, their body, dear, the Nico.
It's 10 times when you're there. Almost can't be papa.
What can say you cry?
Now then, the TFA.
And your favor any time.
What opposite?
Come here,
Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Sisa Brady. Here say Obama say also called Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Now copy Toyota Starlet nibi. Toyota Starlet no. Eye kasi say die. Wo bia dia tum na obi a ekope bi. Ntusu kope bi to. Shene so se watoka. Ewo Toyota Ghana Company Limited ho. Na o car no say no edi 5 years, edi 10 years. Obeso ko na ko swap a. Ekope car foforo a. Okwa ye no be yen sa hihye no ewo ho. Me say utoga car no ewo Toyota Ghana Company Limited for ho. Na fei opese car no oye swap na. Okwa ome swap e di amount. Se die ye di Toyota Starlet no na di aba. Na Toyota Starlet no efe papa efe o drive ya ne comfort no ne beauty no ne performance ne safety sikana de beton no
wa ba hu se odi sika na odi atɔ ade papa na car no de ma edem sunko ne se car no efe utremu a o leg room no na che se utremu a o nan no ukotodwe no nya de obenya problem bia ewom engine capacity no enso ewo fom yie papa 1.5 liters per intikano uso condition na tim na chelo no entwi fuo enunti ena wo so ko Toyota Ghana Company Limited na kope Toyota Starlet ni bi na ukotom ye number nie 03220 26375 03220 26375 ye number no wo from number we so a ye bejo so na ye no wadi nkomo anaso beba dum ye showroom ho ye Hyper Road dum ye benke in the office ho wo ba ye no betra se na ye Starlet ya maonsa etimi akebi UEFA Champions League no aye de papa return legs no ebaba so na ne second semi-final first leg koso de den Barcelona and International Milan and album next week near two teams are one more elba kopiemu our finals na ye Munich anisa Mastercard edu Munich use Mastercard no na between opportunity ako Munich or ako finals ni bi 3 days and edo come o airline ticket the ode ko the ode ba o match day ticket ye ne be fa woka o hotel bills nyina no e Mastercard for and fa woka enunti use Mastercard no na fato ade use Mastercard no na fa ye business fa transactions awodo na num ene betimi aboawo MTN everywhere you go my momo app no on download dbia download my momo app ni bi fato phone so na download my momo app ni bi e de to phone so a ebema opportunity zero charges and inti so na download my momo app ni bi e zero charges apart from no ye besan so usika bia besende bia no 0 deduction into 1000 Ghana 2000 Ghana 3000 Ghana sika bia besende bia no my momo app no e besende them out no limits no restrictions abra yen do sika bia enunti use my momo app ni bi na emboa ye papa enso ewo ho Ba Herbal Hospital eye bia ya wokwa yare bia ha obia no ba eboa etu ase e de mawo echamfo ba wose sabre de di mutintima ye eye obia wo dompe ene kasemu hawo obia wo spinal cord problem obia obonum wo eyawom obia wo arthritis obia wo bone problem obia wo chinkasa ye wo ya obia mponum wanya kan kwehia wate ahwe udompen when your problem wom fakoba na de koba ba on twiu joy and say odi bibidro ahaban chichire so de ma na dompenum akesie ni e de amount yare bi say stroke gonorrhea syphilis and how fakoba when your diabetes ekrobia ton ho ekro ne nko Ba Herbal Hospital and also called Ba Herbal Hospital wa Tonso Agogo behind Tonso Agogo Hospital no and as Incry Spintes Road number 18 on the Biawo. Your number is 0244 988 004. Offer number way so Yabejoso. Printwear Service Limited. Printwear Service Limited. Yen de Tony Sam. Canon photocopy machines no. Yen and your tombi. Whoop Canon photocopy machines nimbi atwa. Braya say a bit is IR 4235 IR 4235 and I say IR 400 and I say IR 400 C5235 C5235 and I say C5535 some photocopy machines when you know you will be away as say and nunti mo here photocopy e dia ye adwuma wo bia wo photocopy wo office wo photocopy na papa Printwear Service Limited and also hwe kira kwan toner and a pebiato wo photocopy machine parts and a pebiato and answer transfer paper for t-shirt printing wo ba ya so ya ye be boa wie papa ye wadum aseda house enimu pay obehu yen and answer Trinity building mu ye sanso ebo ho ye sanso wo amas school no hwe enimu pay your number is 0574 510806 for number we so ye be so Jabiro Bank PLC usikasem te say usikasem ni go and to baby be investment fakoda Dwabura Bank PLC na yenye investment no enfama se bia fixed deposit and abesa wo ye ahontoso investment and nasa shares and abesa otom Dwabura Bank PLC and also hwe kira kwan Dwabura Bank your branches awodom ewa joso bonre aboaso Dwaben pankro no onwe Roman Hill Magazine New Road Symptom fumesa and ya dishye odru ho a obohu yen enso ewo adwumako bi panipa ene omo aye adwuma na adwumako yi wo se uyobi a wo bekwai wo boase wo kumase wo eye sunyane a opportunity ba edi amao wo oboase bekwai kumase anase sunyane a opportunity aba edi amao de yense ukuta diploma HND anase degree ukuta diploma HND anase degree number way and abefre yen 0244 076 131 0244 076 131 and I said 0244 290 173 0244 290 173 offer number we so yabejo so heba so criminal criminal so UCB bema de use heba so criminal bi na mboa na emma oni obanhye mu no enwe payo kope ba so criminal bi na apply wo apply bi after 30 minutes ebe boa aba no oba ne hyemu a enigye no enso aba ede amamo heba so criminal any drug store chemical shop bi abekobia no obenye bi
okay minim do ma achino as we use we na heba so go vi asan okay all right me kwa ba sia o say okay I know too bad okay no why not me okay baby atum me say yeah
said I would say
all right yeah call abonti na fe nkomo kakra ni amanfo kodi ye no so no yate ho nsam kakra na ya ba ababeto aso anopa ye kwa abonti ye ba sisia
on na mvinfine was ka dia kapate etina na chima na dia ka rice betima kona shutu bi ti pate high pa
enti ohun ni say Arsenal betima wa ko overturn you know results no Paris
yeah me 100% sure say Arsenal ba ko overturn score line no Paris wo
na in the game na Barca Inter Milan Vasca Barca long live Barcelona we are going to win F4
fala mai ya ba show mo simple kla
TV Real Madrid for Enra PSG say Arsenal na yem de
o na ye de papa na ke pesi o mu lodu o mu be 5 kra because Arsenal no o mu say Madrid o mu nim say o mawie no mu nim say football no ye born 90 minutes ubo wi a utu America wi na bo hu say ampa fi de wa bo match
When say the Arsenal team be share Madrid 2-1 e wo mu home no metima akwa kwese PSG so mu qualify
o say ye wo team a wo team ka ten say bia wo betima akwhye no na team na wo ne bo no oba home kra boss na wo team boy wo team am bo bia o mu kra na utilize o mu chances ye nkom betima share Arsenal be 3 anafo
e bo no e ma ba sam brew game nim
je chen say o ka say defensive a me na onya adwene wo ayi Inter e ho me de nyame no kren because mu say o mu no for the past 3 years in Europe no mu you ka top 3 and top 5 ah o me dey o mu bi no doubt say obeyi interfere say onye favorite say obetimi age Champions League ni but the chain say o mu no say no ma chi na kleke infinite kleke even wins na kleke enu mu kura de na nka bobo ti e bompa say seni edi wura ye kan say Copa del Rey ni mu no ana say any Benfica no your boy last match in the boy no ye for say you na kukuduro no even you lose ball na ye nie ana mo je ball na ye so nie sa na ebe mu a ebe boy say you betimi afarin
e say you betimi ashon because o ma training you so ache na hase mum de no kreni de o de coach ni bre de o haye papa coach no nya de o nya coach o coach watara o nya de now boys see ball mo ndo ma dwen e bobo no even me see me players be mo hase o mo ye very good players so coach ni o nya de say Martin Kakali ball o bono no gina ono ana adwen no de bobo no because o ya de nti coach ni nya hwe coach ni de o
infano so gidi say coach ni mo de mo so nti no mo pam no
be nya no coach ni hunti no mo ma na te ho no
ska o mu
nya no coach no e say go mo pam no da yam say o mo muskadi kay say
man panfo ni skadi
mo muska mo muska ko ma pam no da na o hwe ba bi a ha say ye bobo la na ha say strage say wɔne wɔ mo kyɛ ne katua no ye ninja ko ti has bɛhyɛ training masɛm nyinaa no
na wohu ni sɛ coach no ɛnyɛ problem mfama ha sas watara
no the problem no nyinaa sɛ watara no nsɛm bebree na ɛwɔ but ɛne na ɛbɛka no bɛdwam sɛ deɛ ɛwɔ ne sɛ yɛ place no ɔmo fa akoma pa has team no fa place no fa akoma pa yɛ keeper yi wakɔ national team ɔwɔ nimdeɛ place no so bebree ɛwɔ nimdeɛ pii ɛwɔ has team no mu to momodna na sa idea we ya ebe yi omo fa pata ekra na ya bre
so many has the community has big matches
meti maka say kotoko believe no as on person has been twa no so bi e no ka ho ana the sam so no omunsa da omo so enu nti na kotoko go through no Kotoko be for
that's what chance of be winning Ghana League. Prediction.
More my own enough. And you on enough no there are so mutima winning ato aso a ombenya that courage need to go forward. But obe winning way no akọ lose akọ draw. And na be mu aye dem mom. But still now no they have the chance just mu na eden.
Aduma Sunday Kotoko ne has na ebo. Game no hu ni say Kotoko e win the tia has na say be eden.
Oh, Kotoko dear, say has a formula. The best show me.
Mr. Has.
I bet has.
Master has a for the past 2 years. He hasn't finished Kotoko. That means still I'm most about.
Oh, and no problem. Nipa de Onyanya na Wanyano. Onyanya na Wanyano.
No one say this time the has bit me pull up.
Enye easy. Shana be show makoyeni.
As it's no.
Oh, there be Kotoko there at the Kotoko. And the house is
okay, everybody about betwaso nyame aduma time foforo ebema ebeba na eba betwaso kwa make translate na fe mi ko Dr. Muzu eho kakra before some kon kofi yen o bi kakra ya
Kofi Bequin
okay
birthday
okay
so no
Kofi Bequin akafa na
dabi
okay
multi credit
okay okay
and then the birthday
na nifuni we
Kofi unim
yes
and driver multi credit
yes okay all right
happy birthday nyame
all right okay Kofi tie nyina ya we show happy birthday mamenko na hwan so birthday ene we Matilda so Hamburg Germany and I also birthday Matilda Hamburg Germany and your birthday you wish you happy birthday we a special one a free chairman Sule also wish you happy birthday now you are always in his thoughts and prayers.
That's right.
Inti there was a fan no he loves you so much Matilda. You call the next one. In fact, also your friend Millicent appear, and so your Thai friend Ama from Poma also on Netherlands. And then you also birthday, you also happy birthday. We every Papa Nova. Also we show Matt happy birthday. Now, Dr. Amuzu Kakra.
Hey Amuzu garlic bitters. Untini muesisi. Moja no etimi ni yako na beye wo mu. Enti amata mo bia wonsei na 83. Edra American farmer no. Hey Amuzu garlic bitters. Obi se doctor me brepa samadana ho ade mame. Dr. Amuzu, my meduma dini nyine wie. Unya boga se ba ko se gumu a. Obeda na ho. Uwo weak immune system. Ubehia immune booster. Garlic pekesefra. Se nyama we a boosting system pa. Then one can let me fighting yarewa. Over this year be a stroke. I cannot to form. The OT yaw on in Toshe no more. The Nintona Hono. Sango for you no make can farm Muzupi, Emma Wati. Ubi said Doctor Emijon Swana, a more pie. When I'm saying, Ubi said Doc made John Swanning so what to if we move back. And we said Doctor me call Janasos and make Chemwa. Ubo Saka Frona is your mind. Everybody know ba. The own here, a Yamuzu P. Heba Misha. Obaswa, Otiemia. Obuni say we are a treno. Pampan Kwana, Kankwan Eba. They can for Amuzu P. Emma Wati. Obanso de poor how, quite a how. In Sio Basaba say, Goo was your pay ye. Pampan and was shape or was say. Or Bordons or Tiaway. Wardrobe a Yamuzu P. Heba Misha. Obebu nke kaya na che mamunu kasika fiu na infie bia na ebie ni kuru na no ekọ ho a pampa a ohu no nya panketua ama sabi ni confidence no kwa na ekọ form oba bi otie mi a otimi bu ni nsa in bleeding obo sa within 2 months no bu ni nsa mprenu onya kekaya na ya osa pa muzu pi nu masa nyina ejai wako twa scan yeso wo PID unu kunu hia ni nsuo nyina se na asa na chi aba enam kekaya na akogina upio di nu nti onya muzu pi nu mu a sa ha ni nyina be come ho ato say nrei ukọ pharmacy ukọ drugstore herbal shop obenye bi etu no anya bi ato wokumasi akodani herbal misi herbal apidank omo mbrom sanso na icof ni Colinac omo Ashtown Accra ukọ kanshi dragley ubisa na nabuachi Kingswalk Tinates Repash and Hallows ebi etu nro makon anase dudu pirano ukọ no so pamuzu pia obenye bi ato se opese no semise bia petibi se fana manefre for further and better direction amuzu p herbal mixture maudi hiochalo beda hefuasi
well sanso ana Dr. Dawood enso de ebetwato
Dr. Dawood mena meda Dawood Herbal Hospital ano na enam meso enane Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules wodwa manso a ene obi adi hu adanse na duwei edutwem Dawood ointment ose fatwi na ebeko ofa Dawood 360 capsules ose enuanum ni ado de obeye ne se wo de Dawood ointment no etwitwe osisi na anopa ene anwumre a nansa bia no na wo de bia bo asawa wo betimi de atua wo dware wi a fa Dawood ointment wo de te ne fa sra ta bre kro na no na wo nom Dawood 360 capsules no anopa ene anwumre na danse na ba amane wo de enko na enkotu adanse ni bi
Dawood ointment edrowe me straighten and well done the toda me po djuma na me honam nyina me ye me hu bibi enye ba se minya sa Dawood ointment we na mbitwitwi a na no paso minya Dawood 360 na me no mo a ese kwa re me ye adwuma kra se kane no te drowe de edima se mama no be di so asema mama
electrician na ye adwuma ekofia yentimi na Dawood ointment so ye adwuma na obra okodru fia fa twitwi ade be che no na wo hwa ye den Dawood ointment fa twi keke na ebeko
ruwa mi yusu mama hode pa ma metimi gba odwuma bibia e kama e ma me ye Dawood 360 capsules and a Dawood ointment o memre we no na do no so twitwi wa aposo e be ma ya oni nyina afiri o ma de che otumi be gba odwuma Dawood ointment fa twi na ebeko
da bia amfo company de wo ka musa akospeda mi secret na nu ani e bugdo na ani Dawood ointment ene papa mi sole anopa mi twitwi mi sisi achi mi babia he mentebre secret ni nie ti so person te samia we use Dawood ointment that's the secret of my taxi driving
me a transmission gearbox specialist ejuma mi ye en kare na mi pega de a na me nsakura anti mi pega na ase me ma de so na lock mi sisi se fi se mi share Dawood 360 capsules and the Dawood ointment no abo mi bebre the dry you na so amente ya mente bla bia obia mo modern so betimi ape Dawood ointment and the Dawood 360 capsules enya biato
odofo se wate bi adro ya me ka ho asem no eno ho adanse ene wono madi no ko pharmacy e ben wo herbal shop e ben wo ne koto Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules na se de enkrofo di ho adanse no wo so be di ho adanse wo pese wo frɛ ya eno na wo screen ase no 0244 886437 na 020-168-1717. Baby, I ton a draw on my gun and Mubiano, or the house open Dawood ointment and a Dawood 360 capsules.